Bup, bup. Ba-ba-da-bup-ba-da-bup-bup. Here we are. Welcome back, everybody. We are starting again. Hello, I am CyricZ, and we are playing Yakuza 3 Remastered. We are currently on Chapter 10, partway through Chapter 10. Hello, DevVel23. Hello, Media. Thank you for joining. We are in Chapter 10. It is nighttime. Hey, there's Haruka hanging out with me. That's awesome. We're supposed to go back, though. Aww, holding hands. We got something else to do. And that is check out this. I forgot to get this last time we played. Hello, Feng Shui. Thank you for joining. Defeated. Whee. The alcohol made him limber and streamlined his power. Hirameta. Load him up. The power of drunk. Another revelation. Some punk got pissed at a drunk man. You think the guy would just slug him one and it'd be over, but no. The drunk evaded all of his attacks and then finished him with a shoulder thrust. Coincidence? Can alcohol bring out one's inner mastery? Sounds like I could use a drink. The essence of the drunken thrust. And that's all the revelations, which means I just heard the good news from my friend Bob at Sonomiya. So Kaoru Sayama knows Bob. I don't know how or why or in what capacity. Congratulations, Kazuma. You completed all the revelations, and I must say the blog you created is very entertaining. Anyway, I have a gift for you. Bob Sonomiya is holding on to it for you, so go find him when you want to pick it up. He's somewhere around town. Don't worry if you lose it, you can always get it again. And there is Deadman. This would suggest it would be a good idea to actually pick up some alcohol for carrying around. So let's do that. Let's get like 4 sake. Yeah. Nice. Kamurocho mascot before Camelop. That's funny. That's it. We are counting a little. I just noticed we only had like 4 items for healing, so let me take a couple more. There we go. That should hold us. Also, one thing I didn't show you guys, I picked up the high-tech shin guards, put that together at Kamiyama, so that should give me a little extra defense. So, the only thing we can do right now is go back to Morning Glory Orphanage. So let's do that. We've done all the Hitman missions. We've got 5 sub-stories left to complete, one of which was already started. So we're running short on stuff to do around here, which is good. Oh yeah, Kitty-san, the Lady Sayama left me another present for you. Still warm to the touch. I got a sacrifice stone. If you happen to lose it, just dial up your good friend here, Bob, and he'll be happy to replace it free of charge. And by dial up, I mean come see me in person. Yep. I was wondering, aren't you the same guy who, hey, do I look like some sort of clown to you? I ain't here to chit-chat, so why don't you run along till you actually have some business to discuss? That cool, big man? Kitty's like, ... Hello, return of MCH. Thank you for joining. We'll put the sacrifice stone away. We don't need that. We are going to go back to Morning Glory. We can't go to Tokyo right now. Believe me, I tried because I wanted to do some extra stuff off camera, But that was okay. How was my Mother's Day? Yes, and happy Mother's Day to everyone who might be a mother or not, or has a mother. Most of you have a mother, or had. But yes, I spent yesterday out with my folks. We went down to a local restaurant I hadn't tried yet, so it was really good, and I think we'll try it again. But yeah, was kind of a combination generic American, but also sushi bar. So it was kind of a fusion of a lot of things. They had a lot of different dishes. Anyway, wow, it got so late. Yeah, it's almost time for you kids to get to bed. I think I'm going to take a bath first. Can you check on the others for me while I'm in there, Uncle Kaz? Make sure they're all taking baths and ask how their homework's coming along while you're at it. I think I can do that. So I think officially now I have freedom to wander around if I want to do. Hello, Mame! I could also eat this worm. I'm not going to take the worm. This worm shall live. Ayaka-chan! Ayaka-chan! I saw the cutest little dog toy at the pet store today. My old dog used to have a toy just like it, so I'm sure Mame would love it. Can I borrow some money to get it for him, please? Wonder how much it costs. I only have a little more than 500 yen of my allowance left. How much do you need to me, Sean? I think it's 500 yen. That's practically all I have left. There's still a few more days until I get more allowance. Please, Mommy's gonna love it. Alright. Yay, thanks, Aiko-chan. Ugh. And here's Shiro. Aiko-chan. Shiro? What's wrong? My teacher's so mean. Hey, calm down. What happened? He thinks I cheated on our math test because I got a perfect score and wouldn't believe me when I tried telling him the truth. He just called me a liar and gave me a bunch of extra homework as punishment. Grammar homework? I don't get it at all. Don't worry, Shiro. I'll help you out in a bit, okay? Really? Thanks, Aiko-chan. Kiryu's like, Aiko, I also need help with my homework. Hi, Uncle Kaz. Have you taken your bath yet? I was just about to, yeah. I think Haruka-chan's in there now. She'll be out in a second, I'm sure. By the way, Aiko. Huh? What is it? It's just, you spend so much time putting other people's needs before your own. Of course I do. They need me. Oh, I think I heard Haruka-chan getting out of the bath. I should go jump in. Right. Kiryu having homework sounds cursed. Kiryu has Yakuza homework he has to do. It's much like the Onabara vocational school test. Just sitting there all stressed out. Ugh. Phew, nothing like a nice refreshing bath. Haruka. Oh, hi, Uncle Kaz. Is something wrong? Mm-hmm. It's Ayako. Ayako-chan? What about her? I see. I mean, it's great that she puts so much effort into making sure everyone else is okay, but I'm honestly kind of worried she's not taking care of herself. Huh? Well, why do you say that? Not sure. Just the impression I get. Honestly, I've kind of been feeling the same way. I'm sure Ayako-chan thinks she has to take care of everyone else since she's older than they are. She almost treats it like some kind of job. I keep offering help too, but she turns me down flat every time. Plus what? I think the other kids ask for her stuff they're too afraid to ask me for. They probably think I'd get mad at them. And Ayako-chan's so nice that she can't say no matter what they ask for. She barely thinks of herself. Yeah, I think you're right. Who's struggling to remember how Owners of Operation works. I wonder what kind of acronym or what kind of mnemonic they have in Japan for Order of Operations. Because I can't just use PEMDAS, you know, it's not the same thing in Japanese. What you make for dinner tonight, Haruka-chan? Good question. I wonder what the others feel like having. Oh, Izumi-chan. Did you end up getting that new toy for Mame? You must have been so happy when you brought it home for him. Oh, that? Well, they were all sold out. And what about the 500 yen I lent you? Me and my friend used it to buy some candy. It was so good. And Izumi has disappeared. What's wrong, Shiro? More homework? I handed in the homework you helped me with yesterday, but my teacher got real mad because it wasn't 400 words like he said it should be. He gave me detention and everything. Huh? Well, I didn't realize it would have to be a certain length. But it said it right at the top corner of the page. Ugh, if you're gonna help, at least try to do it right. I'm just gonna get even more grammar homework now. Wow. It's not very nice, Shiro. Hayako-chan took time out of her night to help you. You should be grateful. Shiro just evacuates the room. Ayako-chan. And there she goes. Huh? Ayako. Ayako-chan, wait! Haruka, what happened? Well, Huh? Where's Ayako? Listen up, everyone. What's going on, Uncle Kaz? It's Ayako. Huh? What about her? These kids need to realize how much Ayako does for them. I better talk to each of them one by one. Now, who's up? Who to be ridiculed first? Let's start with Shiro. Shiro, when you needed help with your homework last night, who did you go to? Ayako-chan, but... No buts. She had her own work to worry about, but she still took the time to make sure you got the help you needed. And what'd you say to her today, Shiro? Now who's up? How about Izumi? Izumi? Ayako gave you that 500 yen to buy a nice new toy for Mame. How do you think she felt when you told her you just bought candy for you and your friend instead? Let's see. Who else can I shame? All right, who's up for the shame squad? I need some options here. Hello, Jin VR. Thank you for joining. Oh, we want to take it to Riona? Sure, let's go for Riona. Riona. Me? I didn't do anything. Who gave you those clothes? Well, it was Ayako-chan. So what? She got those for you because she knew how embarrassed you were about the burn scar on your arm. Have you ever been that considerate toward any of the other kids sitting at the table? Well... anyone but Taichi. Okay, Taichi goes last, alright? Alright, let's do the rest of the girls. Take care of Eri. Eri? Yeah? You and Aiko had a fight the other day, but she didn't hold a grudge. She forgave you right away and still treated you just the same as she always does, didn't she? Yeah. Alright, Koji. You're up next. Koji. What, me? You. Aiko always patches you up when you get hurt playing baseball, right? How often do you thank her for that? Well, yes. Riona, what do you have to say about your dating preferences? Mitsuo, what do you have to say? Oh, never mind. We're not gonna go there. Mitsuo. Yeah? Remember that fight you got into the other day? Do you know who went to apologize to the boy's parents? Wait, was that Aiko-chan? That's right. She didn't have to do that. It was just a little scuffle. A little scuffle that left the other boy with a broken bone. He fractured one in his hand when he fell. Aiko's apology, only thing that kept from boiling over into a much bigger issue. Also, I had to deal with loan sharks and some other guys. There was some punching involved, but you don't have to know about all that. Yes, Taichi, you are blameless. You can go. I guess that's why she kept telling me to go say I was sorry. Yeah, I wonder about that. I wonder why she kept telling me to go apologize, and then I just kept ignoring her. Yeah, seemed odd at the time. Alright, Taichi. Taichi, you should not perform wrestling kicks on Ayako. What? Remember when you collapsed in your buckwheat? Oh, right. Yeah. Did you ever think about who rushed to call the doctor for you? It was Ayako. I don't think you guys realize how much Ayako-chan does for all of us, and you definitely aren't grateful for it. But we're family, right? We should be there for each other. Agreed. Now, I'm going to find Ayako. Riona's kind of an ass. Yeah, a little bit. Just got a little bit of a attitude to her. It's okay. Uncle Kaz will bring her back, and we can all show just how much we appreciate her. Where could Aiko be? She must have gone downtown. That's literally the only other place to go, unless she went to the golf course. Isn't the cleanup on the beach? I think there's a little thing over there, but I'm gonna ignore it. It's so far away. Yep, some good old shame squad. All right, back to downtown. Where could Ayako possibly be? Is she at the pawn shop? Is she at the ice cream place? Is she fighting Yakuza on the street? Oh wait, no, that's me. Cool. And we're gonna have to beat her in golf to get her to come back. That's right. We're gonna have to defeat her in Mahjong. Don't you hate it when Tiger Drops just miss? Boy, I hate it. I tried to re-target for a second and it didn't work. Nice. Oh, you still live? Whoops. That's a poor tiger drop on my part. There we go. If anyone could bust some skulls with the kids, it'd be Haruka, since she's been watching her uncles for years. I know. Haruka is too pure. She represents purity and grace and kindness, so that's why she can never fight. Never could, never will. No! Sorry, Yakuza-man. I don't want to fight you today. Well, yeah, take your shot, dude. Come on. I meant the bicycle, but oh well. Oh, not the bicycle. Bicycle death. Of all the kids who could fight, I think Taichi's kind of on that level pretty good. I think Taichi could manage. That's right, pal. Blame your Aniki. Did I clean this place out yet? I have not. I'm gonna get some Rafute Soba. Taichi had his chance, but he fumbled it. Taichi kicked 2 OP. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Watching that bit of Yakuza 5 Haruka doing hate moves. Yeah, I'd imagine that'd radicalize anybody towards wanting Haruka to get into fights. Also, that one RGG Online trail, that's true. Wouldn't she plan to have like a magical world fighting style or some weird thing? Well, don't forget there is that there's the Minamita stuff, the virtual combat stuff in Yakuza 5, and she does participate, and she kind of like swings a stick like a magical girl. That's her fighting style, which really isn't much of a fighting style, but you know. Where the poop is Aiko? That's right, I'm walking here. So she's probably over in Hatsumachi. Now, why is Ayako over in the red light district? We'll give her a stern talking to for that. Yep, I have no hints. It's either look it up in my guide, which I do have open, I could look it up anytime, or just get lucky. No. She's up by the convenience store. The "Hey, I'm walking here" line was originally unplanned. Yes, I think I heard about that. I think the taxi guy wasn't part of the shoot. He just drove onto in the camera line of sight, and yes, I seem to recall something about that. Oh no! Nice hair, bro. Which is funny because it's a legendary line. It's amazing what can happen when movie magic just kicks in. Ow. So one thing I never figured out, in fact I have unlocked it, right? Just make sure I have unlocked it. Hang on. Upgrades, this thing, tech abilities. The Kawauchi release throw. Repeatedly tap circle when surrounded. An ancient throw executed when surrounded by enemies cannot execute in certain situations. I still haven't quite figured out how to do this. So I'm surrounded. Like I'm just throwing normally right now. Do I have to like wait for them to strike or something? Nice flip kick, bro. Has anyone ever managed to pull out the Kawauchi release throw? Because I don't know how to do it. Rude. There, the old classic. Someday I'll find Ayako. Should she go for Mahjong? Should I go for Mahjong? Alright, now I'll look it up, because I don't want to waste too much time. Ayako is... over by the coin lockers, one place I didn't go, southeast. Go figure. Oh, the other scene that was kept in was a boat jump mishap and Live and Let Die. Nice. Seriously, how am I to know to find Ayako here? She's like literally at the farthest edge of the map. Ayako, I've been looking all over for you. Uncle Kaz? Come on, let's go home. Phew! No, I'm not going back. Ayako, wait. Now we have to tackle Ayako. We cannot tackle Ayako. I've been hitting the square button and I can't even shoulder tackle. Just making sure I can't do it. Ayako, I need you to listen to me. No, I'm always doing stuff for other people. I don't care about Morning Glory anymore. Yeah, she's got some sprinting chops. She can manage to take down a Ultimate Mac. It's so weird how it's like treated like a chase battle. Go, stop running. I gotta quit smoking. My God, he's breathing so hard. Please, just listen to me. Oh God, Michael, please. Ayako, you can't shake me if you keep following the same path the entire time. Oh, sorry. That was a bad jump. Wow. What a pileup. Am I having trouble here? There we go. I didn't realize he was such a good runner. Darn it, I'm too tired. Listen to what I have to say. Please, Psycho. Psycho. I need you to believe me when I say I'm grateful for everything you do for us, Psycho. So is Haruka, and so are all the others. I know they ask a lot of you, and I know they don't thank you enough, but that doesn't mean they don't appreciate you, and it certainly doesn't mean they don't love you. Uncle Gus. So come on, how about we head home? Ayako and I have ran for so long, it is now sunset. We ran for hours. Back to the Morning Glory Station. Oh, hang on to that one. Cool, I'll be sure to check that clip later. Thank you for the clip. Tan-ut! It's divorce papers. Oh. Screw this, I want cash. It's one ticket to my wrestling show. Morning Glory really came together to cheer Ayako up. I have a feeling everyone's gonna get along better from now on. Still haven't heard from Tamiya though. He was supposed to give me another call today. Hi there, brother. Good seeing you, Nakahara. How'd your test go? Oh, just peachy. Pass along with flying colors. Sounds like it won't be much longer till I'm right as rain. Only if you get enough rest, boss. You shouldn't be in bed right now. Not out and about. I can rest when I'm dead. I think he's gonna be just fine. Hey, it's me. Tamiya, I've been waiting to hear from you. Where's Toma? His meeting with the Prefectural Assembly just ended. My informant seems to believe he's on his way to celebrate with a drink. Perhaps many more than just one. Got it. I have to wonder, though, if you have eyes on Toma, why don't you just have your guy tell him what's going on? Seems like that's the easiest way to protect him. My operative is not only a valuable asset to me, but a prominent Okinawan politician as well. Revealing his identity would undoubtedly hinder future progress for the island. Not to mention the fact that Toma no longer trusts me. It was his decision to leave, after all. True, he probably wouldn't even think of listening to your informant after that. So, what's the plan? Do you know where he went drinking? Hatsamachi, most likely. Any idea what bar? There are several that I recall him frequenting. We hopped around quite a few places when he brought me down there. Come to think of it, there was that one that he seemed to love more than any other. It was a bar specializing in pole dancing, though it seems I have trouble recalling the name. A pole dancing bar in Hatsamachi. Got it. Please, Kiryu, Toma doesn't deserve the fate that Jojo would lead him to. I'll handle it. You focus on stopping the resort, the land acquisition part of it at least. You needn't worry about that. Like most politicians nowadays, I'm a man of my word. Glad to hear it. Later, Tamiya. They go well out of their way to be like, Tamiya's really a good politician. A very good politician. And it's like, why? Pole dancing bar in Hatsamachi, huh? I'll go over there, Aniki. Tamiya just told me where he thinks Toma is. Guess that means you're heading out, then. That's the plan. Can the two of you keep an eye on the kids for me while I'm gone? Don't you worry, Aniki. I'll watch them like a friggin' hawk. Oh, and be careful, yeah? I will. Back to town. Alright. But, before we do that story thing, we found it. There's a sub-story! Why is my controller so jittery? It's so weird. Maybe there's a issue with the Bluetooth? I don't know. They got a point after Jingu. Who's this? Excuse me, does Nakahara's son live here? He does, but he's not in right now. Do you have some kind of business with him? Oh, I just needed to speak with him for a moment. In that case, he's actually at my house. I can take you to him if you'd like. Wonderful. I would greatly appreciate it. So the thing about this sub-story is you can only do it during sunset. And during this chapter, when Nakahara's hanging out at our house. Nakahara, you have a visitor. Pardon the intrusion. Pops? Huh? Why, if it isn't Mikio's father. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Well, no need to talk out here. Why don't you come inside? Oh yeah, you can do it in post-game. But I'm just saying, during the story, you know, if you want to have all sub-stories done before credits, you know, that's when you have to do it. So, Aragaki-san, what brings you here? Heard you were shot recently. I'll add that to my reasons I'd like you to let Mikio return to an honest life. Got a job waiting for my brother's factory in Nagasaki. No one will know he was a Yakuza up there. He'll be able to get a fresh start. What's the big idea, Pops? You think I can just decide everything for me? I'm staying here with the Ryoto family. You'll never survive in this kind of world without it taking everything from you, Mikio. Take it from this man who was shot with an actual gun. This isn't some television drama, you know. I'll come by again. Make sure you gathered up your things by then. He's always been like this. Everything's always got to be exactly his way. Doesn't matter what I want. You want to drag me to Nagasaki? Get real, Pops. Mikio. His family's quite famous around here, you know. They've been running a traditional restaurant by the station for years. However, Mikio's always had a tough time with his father. The reason he ran away was to get out from under his roof. He told me he had nowhere else to go, so I decided to take him in. Is that right? That's it. Yakuza never live easy. Not just any kid off the street can make the cut. Mikio's still young. I know his father's only looking out for him. If Mikio's ever going to get out of this life, now might be the best chance. So that was Mikio's father. Let's see what his son has to say. As I try to... Oh, okay. Why can't I walk forward? Because it appears there are bodies in the way. Maybe it's my controller that's having issues. Maybe the stick's having issues. Okay, where the heck is he? Was he back over there? Oh, he's at the beach. I went completely in the wrong direction by a matter of miles. Thinks he can boss me around? Friggin' Nagasaki, though. Like hell I'm gonna go. Mikio. If you want to stay in the Yakuza, then let's talk. What is it you really want out of this? Look, I get what you're saying. That I'm not up to snuff yet, that all I'm doing is getting by in the way of Riki and the old man. But this place is the only home I got. Honestly, all I want to do is be a part of the Ryoto family. Stop, or else I'll call the police. What are you whining about? You're the one who needs to stop the bullshit. We know you've been snooping around. Yeah, in fact, we hear you've been digging up all kinds of dirt. If you insist on keeping that up, we're gonna have to send you on a nice little vacation to the bottom of the Okinawan Sea. Wait, Pops! What do you bastards think you're doing? You're stepping in Ryudo family territory. Ryudo family? Sorry, but we can't keep track of all the tiny 2-bit families out here. You're disrespecting this asshole? You better get gone before we let a smackdown on you. Hey, what do you want with this man? You shut your goddamn mouth, or do I have to shut it for you? Oh boy, here comes shutting. Mikio's with me. If only there was a heat action to toss him into the sea. Giant swing. I'll remember this. Next time I see you, your eyes are going down. Is this the final non-Amon sub-story? No, it is not. There are another 4... Well, okay, there are 5 stories I have left to complete, and this is one of them, and the Murder of Calthalps is another, and there's 2 more in the final chapter, so not counting Amon. So we got a few to go left. You all right, Pops? What happened to you? Don't touch me. You Yakuza trash only know vulgarity and violence. Those hooligans even threatened my life, and you're no better than any of them. Pops, wasn't that a little harsh? I don't know what's going on, but something bad would have happened and Mikio didn't show up to save you. Call the police if I'm in trouble. I don't need help from the Yakuza, but I certainly don't need help from my son if that's what he considers himself. Mikio, I want you to go to Nagasaki at once, understood? You still have a chance to return to a normal life. I wonder what's gotten my old man. I mean, when I joined the family, he wasn't exactly thrilled, but he's never been this out of whack before. If you want to find out, then ask. You're not a kid anymore, you know. Yeah, you're right, sir. Alright, back to town. At least it's a quick hop. You know, like I've opened a door into another dimension or something. Let's see. They are... Where is it? Tsumachi, right? Is this the place? Yeah, this is Tsumachi. But this is not it. Still, I am a little, low in the... Nice. A little low in health. So while that's going... Oh, okay. He's just in another location. This location, which we'll see in a second. I've been taking pole dancing lessons recently. Pole dancing? Oh yeah, I heard about the hostess' pole dance at that club in Hatsumachi. Yeah, they say it's a pretty big hang-up for a lot of politicians. I've heard even Minister Tamiya was seen there once. You're kidding! I figure if I get a job there and work my butt off, I might get noticed by a hotshot politician. Then I can marry rich and never have to work another day for as long as I live. Wow, good luck. That doesn't help me. Alright, where are they? Talk! I have no idea. If you find out hiding them, you're gonna be in for a world of hurt. Threaten me all you want. All I have to do is call the police and you'll be put away for good. Be my guest, Aragaki-san. We don't care. One of us gets the slammer and you're gonna be in the afterlife. In fact, that'd solve our problem entirely. Can't be Yakuza if we're afraid of police and prison time. Urgh. But we're human too. We don't enjoy killing people just to solve problems. So how about just giving us back them ledgers and I'll be the wiser. Whatever you're trying to do, you need to give it up. You're that shit from last time. This time we'll shut your ass up for good. Yes, we're fighting them again. Same 2 guys once more. Here's like, why am I involved in this life? Ow. Whee! Pole dancing! Gotcha. Hey, are you alright? Can you tell me what's going on? You promise to keep this from Mikio? Depends on what you say. I'll decide after I hear it. The new president of the Commerce Union's been laundering money. It all goes to a Yakuza family in Kansai. Only I have the proof to stop him. To make matters worse, the president is doing anything he can to close my restaurant and replace with a supermarket chain from Kansai. Huh, so that's why all those Kansai punks are down here. Yes, so just a little while ago, I waited for the president to leave, and then I took these. And those are the company ledgers. Soon enough, the president will realize I stole them, and then he'll most likely go after me and my family. If they find out Mikio's a Yakuza and ends up starting a war, there'll be hell to pay. So that's why you want to send Mikio off to Nagasaki, out of harm's way. Yeah. Indeed. I don't care what happens to me, but I can't let anything happen to my family. Now I understand your situation. But the police can't always move fast enough to stop a Yakuza, you know. In fact, they barely move at all. Don't worry, I'll watch out for your family. You want to get those ledgers to the police, right? Oh, yes. Can you go by yourself? Yes, I'll go right away. I'm really grateful for this. So this runs deeper than a simple family issue. Mikio should know what's going on. He's probably back at the Riedo family office. Taxi! Take me down the street, please. Thank you. See, now it's a green sub-story. A green marker. Mikio's not here. Maybe he's still at Morning Glory with Nakahara. Hello? Kiryu! Sorry, but I'm in a real tough spot. Get over here as quick as you can. Nakahara, what's wrong? Where are you? Mikio's father's wrists. Click. Hey, Nakahara, what happened? Mikio just kind of entering the scene in the back there. Damn, that didn't sound good at all. Oh, Kiryu, sir, what brings you here? Mikio, Nakahara's not with you? Huh? The old man's not back yet? Maybe he's still at Morning Glory. No, he just called. I don't know the details, but it sounds like he's in trouble. What? Really? Well, maybe it has something to do with all those cars. Cars? What cars? I just saw a line of big black cars go down Ryukyu Boulevard. I'm pretty sure they turned on Kitarayu Street. Kitarayu Street? You sure? Yeah, that's where my old man's restaurant is. Oh, and by old man, I mean my pops, not old man Nakahara. That's it. What do you mean? Nakahara's got to be there. Come on, Mikio, lead the way. What the... You think the old man will be there? I mean, old man Nakahara? Of course my actual pops will be there. We don't have time for this. Let's get going. Yes, sir. Follow me. Wow, he can move when he has to. Well, a little. It's faster than he was when he's patrolling the public market, anyway. Slightly faster, anyway. So, what if I just go on ahead and just end up there ahead of you, dude? You're gonna give us back what we sold, or we're gonna have to make you suffer? Forget it. You think I can hand this town over to you thugs? Why don't you mainlanders just head back home? Unless the Riedo family's here, you'll never get far in this town. Strong words from someone who could barely walk. Guess there ain't no point dragging this out further. Boys, make an example out of this fool. Pops! Get away from here, Mikio. This is no place for you. Mikio, take care of these guys. I know you can do it. Oh no, Mikio's at a crossroads. Stay away. Come on, Mikio. Huh? What are you gonna do? You know what? Think you can take over downtown Ryukyu? Better think again. And I'm also involved. Yes, why is Kiryu involved in this life? It seems like he needs to remind himself what happened in the bubble economy. Well, remember, for Kiryu, it's not about the money. It's about the principle of it all. Come on, sir. Cooking shop. Who else wants to fight? Gotcha. Barf. Pops, are you okay? Ledgers. I got him now. So the hell with your nasty ass restaurant. We're gonna rip this place to shreds. There he goes. Wow. Mikio, hurry and get those ledgers back. Okay, just watch me. Here, please, go help Mikio. Got it. Must chase presidents. Ready, set, go. This ain't gonna go well for you, dude. Just clearing this up. Shit, too many people on the road. Oof. Almost took out that other fool. Fortunately, I have a buttload of chase gauge, so this ain't gonna be a problem. Jesus, we're a lot better in judgment. Yeah, that's about there. Who the hell are you, anyway? I'm Mikio Aragaki of the Rito family. If you lay a finger on my old man, there'll be no mercy for you. Hey. Got the ledgers now, Mikio. Let's get back. I'm worried about your father, Nakahara. Oh, I guess we just gotta walk. Well, let's go out this way. Nakahara, are you okay? Okay, Mikio, I owe you one. Those thugs would have never gotten past me if I hadn't been injured. Hey, Pops, we got the ledgers back. Okay, I'll take them. Don't expect me to say thank you to a Yakuza. Give it a rest, Pops. It's nothing to do with me being Yakuza. I did this because I'm your son. We're family, right? My son wouldn't help his parents. Mikio. Aragaki-san, Mikio can make his own decisions. You can't keep treating him like a child. Anyway, boss, what were you doing here? Huh? Yeah, I was... Nakahara-san came all the way over here for you. Aragaki-san, don't. You won't understand if I don't tell him. Nakahara-san came here, bowed his head, and said, whatever happens, please let it be Mikio's decision. I know a Yakuza like me doesn't have the right to say this, but I want you to let Mikio make his own choices. Please allow him this, Aragaki-san. Nakahara-san, why do you care about Mikio so much? Isn't it natural for a father to worry about his children? Yeah, that's roughly how that went down. Pops, people should choose their own paths. Mikio, you've been a fine man. I know.
わしはお前の人生にはとやかく言わん。だがお前にはもう帰る家は流動一家しかないと思え。
Well, son, you can be a Yakuza now, I suppose.
流動一家に骨を埋める覚悟があるんだろう。ああ。だったらそうしろ。流動一家を自分の家として最後までやってみせろ。親父。ミキオ、中原さんはできた人だ。あの人に一から鍛えてもらえ。お前が一人前になるまでは、うちの敷居はまたがせんからな。親父。ありがとう。
Live cat. Nakahara-san, take good care of my son. Be my honor. Please leave it to me. Mikio. Sir, You should be proud of your father. I am, and I'm proud of Patriarch Nakahara too. I got 10,000 experience, but no items. Kiryu's like, what? I don't get anything for that? Come on, man. Now it's time to ask around Hatsumachi about pole dancing. If I were a pole dancer, where would I hide? Hello, Mr. Barker, sir.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, you ever make your way over to the Canal Grande? No. You owe it to yourself to check it out. They got the sexiest girls this side of the Arakawa, and boy, do they know how to work a pole, let me tell you. You mean pole dancing, right? Yeah, they even have this two-tiered stage in addition to a huge main stage, unlike anything you've ever seen. A lot of customers pay them a visit whenever they find themselves in Okinawa. It's just down there at the end of the street. Canal Grande, huh? Maybe Tomo will be there. Maybe, baby. But first, booze. Nice. You ever seen a girl contort herself on a big metal pole, sir? You want to? I promise, you've never seen anything like it. This must be where Tomo is. Or we could go to Hello Goodbye. I mean, that sounds like a nicer place. Hello, tacos y fajitas. Satan Dagi, Chinsko. What do you say, sir? The show's just about to start. Well, at least we can see the show. Sure, I'll take a look. Wonderful, sir. Are there a specific host that you'd like to request? No, thanks. This is actually my first time here. Oh, excellent. Right this way, my amateur friend. Call me an amateur. And suddenly nethers. Turn your head if you're squeamish. Majima does it better, this is true. I'm sure they got like actual pole dancers to do like the motion cap for it. Toma-chan kakoi. Well, looks like Kiryu came at exactly the right time. I don't understand why the girl runs in front of the gun to escape, but okay.
タミヤから聞いた。あんたが中原や大吾を撃った理由、そしてあんたがトーマを殺そうとしていることも。俺を
Yeah, that's why usually when they pull a gun out, dude.
タミヤは俺にあんたを止めるように頼んできた。たとえ CIA の命令だろうと、こんなことをするのはあんたの本心じゃないはずだ。CIA だって。そうか、先生か。タミヤ先生が俺を殺そうとして。動くな。あんた本気でトーマを殺す気か。桐生一馬だってな。お前もかって極道に来た男なら親の命令がどれだけのもんかわかるだろう。何？俺にとって CIA は親。殺せと命令されたらたとえ相手が誰であろうと殺すしかない。一緒に地獄で会おう。
Here he goes. Time for beautiful fists. Your favorite song too. Actually, I love this one. Lyricism without tears. I think it's great. Yeah.
あんたも救う。タミヤと約束したんだ。
タミヤめ、相変わらず甘い男だ。
俺はあんたにこれ以上人
Yeah,
を
high
殺
fives.
してほしくない。
俺は命令に従う。俺を止めたければ分かってるな。
So obviously they use the same voice actor for Shintaro Kazama.
あんたを倒すしかない。という。
I guess they just wanted to bring the actor back, so they gave him a role as a brother.
物分かりがいいらしい。兄貴と同じ血の通った俺をお前は殴ることができるのか。
さあな。だが重要なのは血じゃない。俺とおやっさんは絆でつながってる。
その絆しっかり見せてもらおうか。
So I think that's a karate stance.
覚悟。
I think.
桐生君は行くぞ。
His remember, he's not a twin brother, he's just a younger brother. First things first. I'm drunk. Oop. Counter stance. He always dodges that counter punch from the ball. See? Well, caught him that time. I got lucky, but still. Can I just grab him like this? Yeah, I can. That's cool. Ow, 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 okay, that didn't work. Ow. Gotcha. The idea of them landing on the pole from so far away is ridiculous, but that's okay. Gotcha. His heat's gone. I just noticed. Yes, Kazama is very patient. He does not attack recklessly. Oi! Yeah. Alrighty. Still more realistic from that mid-battle scene from Judgment. Well, I don't remember which one you're talking about offhand, but I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. And that'll do it. Recently replayed New Super Mario Bros. 3D, New Super Mario Bros. DS. I do not remember the specifics of that one. What's the name of the song from a reference? The name of the song is Lyricism Without Tears.
年のようだな。
あんたが若かったら勝てたかどうかわからんな。
But yeah, they were on that back raised area, and they flew all the way towards the middle pole.
タミヤの望み通り、そこのボーイのことは忘れよう。
そこの
The one in the final boss fight in this game, it's called Fly. It's the title. It's the title of the title theme of the game. Oh, sorry. You're talking about the action sequence in the final boss fight. Got it. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
タミヤはお前のことが好きなんだ。
俺を
Penumbra.
なんで俺は先生を裏切ってミネを。
タミヤにとってお前が裏切ったかどうかは問題じゃない。
It's okay. We'll just slap you a little.
お前の沖縄を救いたいという熱い思い、タミヤには伝わっていた。タミヤはお前
Yeah.
がいい政治家になると言っていたぞ。
Now go change your pants.
タミヤ先生、すみません。すみませんでした。
And let's just leave, because we don't have to worry about the police showing up or anything. Oh yeah, the Akiyama throw in the final boss fight of Yakuza 4. That's a hoot. I love that one. That's fantastic. Alright, chapter 10 is done. Kiryu took his jacket off. Wow. And Joji Kazama is dead. He died off camera. Of Ligma. Wait, no, he's alive.
寝てしまっていたのか。
ああ、1時間くらいだな。
It's kind of weird because at the end of that last scene, he was just kind of on his butt, sitting
最終
down.
便で東京へ帰った。タミヤに直接会って謝りたいそうだ。
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to Yakuza 4 so we can yap how cool it is. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yakuza 4 was my first one, and I hold it fondly in my heart. We're going to cover a lot of stuff in that.
タミヤが好きなのがよくわかる。
I love how everyone's like, Toma's such a great guy, but we don't know much about him. All we've seen is him posturing in that bar and, like, that little conversation early in the game, which was like a year ago for this guy's perspective. Anyway, are you sure you can just let Toma go like this? Well, what do you mean? You're the one who asked me to do it. Well, from the way Tamiya put it, it sounded like CIA orders are absolute for you. Is me beating you in a fight really all it takes for you to abandon that resolve? I see what you're getting at. I can't deny the importance of the CIA in my life, but I can work on my own methods. All they care about is achieving the proper result. Meaning Daigo and Nakahara were shot in order to achieve that result. Well, I still don't believe you'd do that, even if you've been ordered to. So tell me the truth, Joji. Was it really you who shot them? Suppose I do owe you an explanation. I'm all ears. Truth of it is, what happened to Shigeru Nakahara and Daigo Dojima was an unfortunate side effect of our concerted efforts to pass the military expansion bill. But there would have been no need to shoot them under normal circumstances. What? The one responsible for that was a colleague of mine. Another CIA agent? Yes. In Nakahara's case, we were trying to obtain the deed to his land. What happened to Daigo Dojima was all an unfortunate misunderstanding. What do you mean, a misunderstanding? Daigo panicked when he saw me put my hand in my pocket. Yakuza instinct, I suppose. He must have thought I was going for my gun, and before I knew it, he had his own weapon trained on me. So your friend shot him. Correct. It wasn't dissimilar to how things went down with Nakahara. First thing he did when we barged in demanding the deed was go for his gun. And this other agent, is he one of the foreigners I ran into in Kamurocho? Yes. I must make it clear, we try our best to avoid taking lives in our line of work, even when the mission is at risk. But under those circumstances, we simply had no choice. No choice, huh? Even still, I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel pangs of guilt over what happened. Don't. You're not the one who shot him. True, but the only reason we've arrived at this point is the agenda put forth by the CIA. Kiryu's jacket looks weird in this lighting. It looks like Akiyama's mauve jacket. Look at the color of it. Least I can do now is offer an apology. If possible, I'd like to do the same to both of the men impacted by all this. You can apologize to Nakahara right now. He's already out of the hospital. I'm glad to hear that, but I don't have the authority to talk to a civilian about these matters. Everything we're doing here is highly confidential, after all. That explains why you can't tell him anything, but the CIA won't even let you meet with him? That seems strict. Strict as it may be, that's the way it is. I've killed far more than my fair share of men in this line of duty. But atoning for those lives that I've taken, it's impossible. Going against a direct CIA mandate. That impossibility is the most difficult part of this job. I'll tell Nakahara myself then. That won't be a problem, would it? No, please do. And please apologize to Daigo as well once you're back in Tokyo. Daigo, do you know where he is? You don't? No. Kashiwagi-san told me he couldn't risk letting that information out in case it fell into the wrong hands. So then nobody else knows where he is? As far as I know. I need more certainty than that, Kiryu. All I know is what Kashiwagi-san told me. What difference would it make anyway? Let me ask you something. What do you think Mine would do if he found out Daigo was still alive? Mine? What does he have to do with this? Daigo is nothing more than an obstacle on his path towards Tojo clan chairmanship, yes? He would just stand by and watch if he knew Daigo hadn't been killed. Are you saying Mine knows where Daigo is? It's difficult to know either way, but I can't rule out that possibility. And if Mine is working with Black Monday, he'll have total access to their information network. In other words, as long as there's a chance Mine knows where he is, Daigo is in grave danger.
大悟は今どこにいるんだ？
東京東都大医学部附属病院だ。
東都大？カムロ町の目と鼻の先か。
ああ、数時間前 CIA 本部がその情報をつかみ、ついさっき俺も知った。すでに峰が動き出していたとしたら手遅れにもなりかねない。行くのか？
ああ、急げばまだ最終便に間に合うはず。
Yeah, Yakuza 4 is actually a pretty good jumping on point. Oh, hi, Taichi.
お前どうしてこんなところに？
I'm here to see the pole dancers.
大変なんだよおじさん。
どうしたんだ？何があったんだ？
朝顔が
Taichi in the house. Oh no, it's Tamashiro again. Mr. Orange Suit.
おうこら玉城組がこんなところに何の用だ。右や右を。
Mine versus Haruka.
お前はこの施設が好きか？俺はな、こういう大人に守られたガキを見ると無性に腹が立ってくるんだ。孤児だからって大人に守られて生きるお前らを見るとな、壊してやりたくなるんだよ。まあ 自分が行ってる偽善に気づかない桐生さんが悪い。お前たちはある意味あの人の被害者なのかもしれないな。
Dang! Essence of Haruka! Oh. Rude.
はるか姉ちゃん
Good job, Mina. You slapped a kid.
やれ。
どけ。
泉、やめろ。
うるせえ。このガキが。
Oh no, Mikio!
ミキオ。なんだこいつ。こいつは壊させねえ。ミキオ。
何手止めてんだ。それ仕事ぶっ潰せ。はい。
ミキオ、もういい、逃げろ。
Ooh. See, there's a certain character who got hit by a sledgehammer and then later died, so... But Mikio lives through this, thankfully.
ごめん。
ミキお兄ちゃんミキお兄ち
I was gonna say, these kids have seen some shit already.
おっと。てめえの相手はこっちだ。
玉城。
てっきり死んだと。
Like, he didn't just hit him in his head, he hit him in the back of his neck. That'd crack some vertebrae.
俺の命が欲しいならくれてる。だがあいつらは関係ねえ。子供の命とこの場所だけは見逃してくれ。頼む。
こんなんじゃ足りないね。俺はまだ1年前の傷が痛むんだよ。じじい。
親父。
てめえとは後でゆっくり話させてもらうよ。ここをぶっ潰した後にな。
They choose who dies based on a coin toss.
ほら、やれ!
Now they're literally bulldozing the orphanage. Like, this is kind of cartoon level shit at this point. Ryuji landed on the side.
とにかく大変なんだ。おじさんすぐに朝顔に来てよ。
わかった。
Yes, good old Ryuji exists in a constant state of alive and dead. I'm going back to Morning Glory. Understood, but what about Mine? It's entirely possible he's already en route to Kamurocho to get rid of Daigo once and for all. I need to take care of my kids, Shoji. That's the first priority. Right. At the very least, I may have a way to get to Tokyo quicker once you're done. What do you mean? I'll reach out to CIA headquarters, see if I can arrange something over on one of the military bases. I'll need to head up to Tokyo myself soon enough after all. Oh, and there's no question that Mine is working with Black Monday, meaning he'll more than likely not be waiting for you at the hospital. I imagine Richardson will be there too. That's the leader of Black Monday, right? I remember Tamiya telling me about him. Yes, that was very much a Kiryu pissed look at the beginning of it all. Yes, unfortunately, even with the CIA's massive information network, all we have is his name. The man is an enigma. One thing is for sure, though, he's responsible for every last operation Black Monday has ever put into motion. If Tamiya told you about Richardson, I assume you're also told about our plan to lure him out. Assuming it's worked, I need to go to Tokyo to finally arrest him. In other words, leave the transportation to me. You get home to your kids. Thanks, Joji. I appreciate it. Let's go, Taichi. We gotta hurry! Yes, Kiryu is very upset about this. Rightly so. I am not waiting, Taichi. There are those two ladies still talking about pole dancing. Oh no, never mind. They're talking about something different now. Did you hear? There was a shooting at one of the hostess clubs. What? No way, what happened? Apparently somebody tried to kill some politician's secretary, like an assassination attempt or something. I had no idea the clubs here can be so dangerous. Maybe I should give up trying to work at one. Sounds like a good idea. Besides, I think you have a much better chance of becoming a celebrity if you worked as a dancer in Tokyo. Well, that little saga's over, I suppose. We're going to Morning Glory. Well, that don't look great. What's the story? Morning Glory.
ちょっといいか。
兄貴。
ミキオはミキオ。ミキオ。
ミキオ。ミキオ。おしき。すみません。朝顔が。
いいんだ。いいんだ、そんなことは。気にするな。
おしき。
なんだ。
親父を頼みます。
分かってる。中原は絶対に。
It's okay, they give him a stamina and spark. Yep. Yeah, the kids are the first priority. And the first thing he does is push him out of the way so he can talk to Mikio.
ミキオ。おい、ミキオ。
くそ。
嘘でしょ。ミキお兄ちゃん。
ミキオ。もしもし。本当ですか。はい。そうですか。わかりました。
Ricky, why'd they bandage the outside of your pants?
それじゃ。ミキオ。一命は取り留めたようです。
そうか。
よかった。
Nod, nod. Alright, kids, Uncle Kaz has got to knock some heads.
俺はそろそろ行く。
親父のところですか。
ああ。確か琉球街の外れの闘牛場だったな。
はい。1年前から玉城組がアジト代わりに使って。
Sure, he'll be at the bull ring. Why not?
分かった。
兄貴、俺も。
Oh yeah, the mosquitoes must be rough.
ダメだ。お前も足を撃たれてるんだ。すぐに病院に行け。
兄貴、でも俺。
ダメだと言っているだろう。今ついてきても犬死にするだけだ。
兄貴、
カムロ町の時とはわけが違う。今回は連れてはいけない。
でも俺は竜道一家の若頭です。子分やられて親拉致られておとなしくしてるわけにはいかないんだ。俺だって一人前の男になりたいんだ。
気持ちはわかる。だが今じゃないはずだ。
え？
死ぬと分かってて戦うのが一人前の男ってわけじゃない。男なら命を張る場面はきっと来る。お前にその時が来たら思い切りやればいい。今は俺を信じろ。
Thomas Shooter are keeping Nakahara the bull ring on the outskirts of town. Should stock up whenever I need in town, then take a taxi over to the building. Let's go! Oh, Kitty-san. Oh, Kitty-san, it's such a shame. It's such a shame what happened to your orphanage. I'm just glad the kids are safe. Turns out that all this talk about the resort bringing money to Okinawa was a lie. The only ones getting rich are the Yakuza. I was more than willing to move out of my house if it was for the good of Okinawa, but now I've made up my mind. I've decided to defend my home, even if it's the last thing I'll ever do. It's my house, and nobody's going to take it from me, no matter what. People from Okinawa certainly are strong. If you're planning to bring the fight back to those nasty Yakuza, I'd be happy to look after children while you're gone. Thank you. You take care of yourself, too. Bye, everybody. Gonna go punch some people. Let's see, how am I get for... Oh, I should be just fine. Let's go.
Hi.
You have to see bullfighting at least once while you're here. Bullfighting, huh? There any money in it? Oh, you don't gamble on it. It's not like horse racing. You mean you just watch? Sounds boring. You'd think so, but watch it once. I guaranteed you'll be hooked. We can grab a taxi over there. I'll take you. Bullfighting, eh? Let's go to Bull Ring. I think it's kind of wild how there's bullfighting here. That's weird. In Okinawa? I just think it's very, very weird. We had to make it nice and stupid.
またお前か。やっと会えたな。
中原はどこだ。
まあまあ、そう焦るな。こっちは1年ぶりの再会を楽しみにしてたんだ。峰会長にお前に会わせてやるって聞いたときは嬉しすぎて鳥肌が立ったよ。
峰はどこだ。
とっくに帰ったよ。東京にな。俺の役目はあの養護施設をぶっ壊すこと。それにあんたの足止めだ。あんたをここで殺せば白鵬会から10億円、ついでに竜道一家を潰せば沖縄は全て俺のもんだ。
貴様。
貴様 indeed.
ま、時間はたっぷりあるんだ。あとはゆっくり楽しもうじゃねえか。
You can get a good look at it here. Nakahara has a Shisa on his back, the guardian dog of the guardian dog lion of Okinawa, Rikyu in general.
闘牛の対決こりゃ見物だぜ
玉城お前
ちょっと待て闘牛ってのはな銃の音に敏感に反応するんだもし俺がこの銃ぶっ放したら中原に向かって突っ走るぜそれでもいいのか中原の始末は後回しだ
Thought Mikio was the biggest of the orphans. Well, you know, he's got that deal about him.
たっぷり闘牛と遊ぶとしようじゃねえか
Kind of get that vibe. I have brought many people to beat you up.
そうはさせねえ
誰だ
Wow, Rikia, you came anyway, and you brought a child with you.
すんません兄貴怒らないでくださいお嬢が一人でここに行こうとするもんで
力也
先何しに来やがったこの死に損ないが
騙すぞもう警察には連絡済みだ10分もすりゃおまわりがここになだれ込んでくるぜ
なんだと
お前みたいなやつは兄貴や
I mean, I feel we could have called them first, but oh well, whatever.
クソがそうかお前ら中原が死ぬとこよっぽど見てえらしいなそれなら望み通り見せてやるよ中原てめえと竜道一家はこれで終わりだ
親父
中原
お嬢
お父さん危ない
It's super cheesy. But let's be honest, that was badass as hell.
中原
なんだと
玉城久々に思い出したぜ街で暴れ回った頃の自分をよ
チェ
桐生
I'll just fight these bulls. I'll be fine.
そっちはお前に任せた
分かった
I mean, you want to keep an eye on the bulls as they go at you? I mean, you know. Whatever.
力也
はい
Just use the Kamaki bull drop.
あと何分だ
7、8分です
Well, I think we can just wait around. I
じ
think
ゃ
we're
あそれ
good.
までにこいつら全部片付ければいいんだな
はい
時間がね遊びは一切なしだ
New Olympic event, bull
さっ
tossing.
さと片付けさせてもらうぜ
上等だてめえらそいつをぶっ殺せ
Alright, here we go. This one's a tough fight because a lot of them have weapons. Hurrah! Essence of terror. Let me just check where my weapons are too, just for kicks. My weapons are knife on left, sword on up, and sticks on right. Got it! Uh-oh. Hammer coming that way. Whoops. Well, that wasn't that. Okay, cool. Whatever. Whoops. Do I have to be red heat for that? Maybe I have to be red heat for that. I forgot if I was to be red. Really quick. Let me check to make sure I'm not to be red heat for the Sly Wolf. No, I just have to be blue. Maybe it's because of the stairs. Maybe it doesn't like that. Whatever. These guys suck anyway. Look at them. Ba-da! Hidden Blade, hook! That's a cool one. Yeah, pal, just you and me. And we got all the time in the world. Here we go. That's that group. Alright, it's bull time. Whee! Hurrah! Now Kiryu gets to do it. Tamashiro's like, now I am here. Like a smart fellow would have run. Tamashiro's not a smart fellow. Come on, brother. You suck. You suck so much. Whole bunch of stuff around here. Like the iron plates in case I want to dodge the shots, but what's the point? I mean, or block the shots. You can block them with iron plates, but it's like, dodging is so easy. This guy's way easier than it was before. I'll tell you that much for free. You definitely deserve that, bro. Essence of smoking. Now what? And now he has summoned more nerds. Oh no! He's already on his last legs, this poor nerd. Come on! So long. Knockdown. You don't get the Hell Gauntlet. But I do get to throw you into your own guys. Yeah, we fell over. He loves reloading in the middle of a fight. Ooh, got me. Ow. Ow. I'm stunned. The other guy is not dead. The other guy's like, do I fall down too? It's cutscene gun time once again.
心配かけてごめんな。
Someone bring Yagami so we can do a lesson of disarming enemies. That is on point. You'd think Kiryu by now would have learned to secure dropped firearms. Kiryu will not learn this lesson. Ever.
Likia!
敵に背中見せんのは素人のやることだ。
It is pretty amateur of him.
お前も終わりだ。
I do appreciate the cinematic choice of closing up onto Tamashiro's eyes so you can watch him roll back.
Likia!
撃たれちゃった。みたいです。兄貴、自分をどこを撃たれたんですか？
大丈夫。大丈夫だ。こんな傷、すぐに良くなる。おい、しっかりしろ。しっかりしろ。
Don't worry, Rikia. You'll end up tending bar in a future game sometime, somewhere.
これって俺犬死にってやつなんすかね。俺は兄貴を守ったんすよね。なら俺はそれでいいや。
Likia. Home.
Rikia's bar will be called bullshit. Oh, that's rough.
楽しかったっす。兄貴に会えて。
おい、Likia. 何言ってんだ。
これで俺も一人前の男かな。
Likia.
兄貴はかっこいい。さあ最高に。
Likia.
絶対に
I just realized the music in the scene is it's a piano remix of the main theme of the series of the game. This is a remix of Fly.
ミネか。 峰になんだ。
負けない。
わかった。わかったから死ぬな。死ぬな、リア。
すみません。
リキア。おい、リキア。おい、お前何勝手に死んでんだ。おい、俺は許さねえぞ。おい、リキア。返事をしろ、リキア。
Yeah, Kuroda's acting does do a lot for this scene. I just want to point out that he didn't get that emotional over Kashiwagi, the guy he knew for much longer than Rikia. But it's okay. Who else is going to give Kitty's kids fashion advice? That's true. Hello, Cercio. Thank you for joining the stream. Alright, everybody. Ambition's over. Let's all go home.
当機はあと10分で到着します。着陸までの間、シートベルトの着用をお願いいたします。
今頃桐生がどんな顔をしてるか見てみたいもんだぜ。
でもこれで白鵬会の実力も分かったでしょ。
ああ、ここから先いよいよ峰会長の時代が来るってことだ。
東京に戻ったら今晩セッティングしましょうか。
何をだ。
これでもう峰会長の7代目は決まったも同然です。桐生に一泡吹かせてすっきりしたついでに7代目就任の前祝いですよ。
まあいいだろう。会長も喜ぶ。
でも6代目もガードが甘すぎでしたね。ずいぶんあっさりと撃たれたみたいじゃないですか。
そうだな。まあ若い分トップとしての意識も甘かったってことだろう。まあ6代目も所詮は坊ちゃんだったってことだ。まあ今じゃ死人も同然だがな。
Nope. Mina is not liking this.
なんだって。
おお、会長。こいつが峰会長のお祝いをぜひと。
何かめでたいことでもあったか。
そりゃだって。
何がめでてんだ。6代目が死ぬのがそんなにめでてえのか。ああ、めでてえってえのか。
A butter knife, no less.
そうか。あんたはこれで沖縄と東京を1時間で行き来していたのか。
ああ、そうだ。これを使えば1時間もかからんよ。
That's a quick trip.
本当に今すぐ行くのか。
ああ、力也との約束だ。 俺は峰と決着をつける。
Haruka also has unfinished business with Mine, apparently.
世話になったな。
何をしてる？まだ全てが終わったわけじゃないだろう。お前が峰を倒し、俺が
Yeah, when they remake this, they should have Mame tag along with Haruka too.
このシェイクハンドは取っておこう。
Yeah, only then will I shake your hand, sir.
では行け。お前たち二人でいいんだな。
ああ。一緒に行ってくれるか、はるか。
Haruka needs to settle the score.
病院で堂島
I won't be far behind. What do you do, flap your arms, dude?
俺は救助のヘリを回す。
わかった。
気をつけてな。
じゃあ病院の屋上で待ってるぜ。
I'll see you on the rough. Meanwhile, here's Daigo.
六代目。
会長、リチャードソン様からお電話です。
Oh boy, it's this scene.
ある。Okay, got it. No, there's no change in the plan. Bye. 桐生さんが沖縄を出たようだ。あと少ししたらここへ来るだろ
う。いかがいたしましょうか。
Punching.
別に気にすることはない。奴らが到着したら全てが終わる。
I wonder how much of this they're gonna redo the voice acting for, if anything. I mean, I imagine the recordings are still in pretty good condition. It's weird thinking now. It's like looking at this, like, how are they gonna remake this in Kiwami 3? Because they confirmed it's gonna happen.
なんだ。
おじさん、今から大悟さん助けに行くんでしょ。どうして私に一緒に来てほしいって言ったの？
I wonder, has Haruka ever talked to Daigo once?
いつもなら私が行くって言っても止めるのに。おじさん死ぬつもりなんでしょ。もう死んじゃうから。
Oh, question, did they confirm Kiwami 3? They had some streams recently where Yokoyama said straight up that the next game they're working on is not Kiwami 3, but we will be doing it eventually. That's what he said. So that's basically a confirmation to me. It's not the next game, but it will be coming.
もう一度お前とこの街を見ておきたかったんだ。
おじさん。
すまん。俺がわがままだった。やはりお前は沖縄に。
ああ。
大丈夫。私すごく嬉しい。
はるか。
本当だよ。
Just one more trauma to add on to Haruka's pile.
嬉しいよ、おじさん。
The idea of one last night because my OG son's going out to die in a massive Yakuza battle. Again. You say they have to make a dub. I say they don't necessarily have to make a dub for Kiwami 3. Because, you know, we all know this game very well in the Japanese audio only by this point, so we'll see. We'll see. It's nice. Just me and Haruka back in Kamurocho. I should think about heading to Serena and filling Date-san in on everything that's happened. We should do that. Can I do that? Oh, I can upgrade. Ooh, do I want... Oh, I can't get Ultimate Essence yet. That'd be the thing I'd want to get next, I think. Yeah, Ultimate Essence. So I can start sub-stories now, but I think I have to drop Haruka off for some of them. But there is one I have to get Haruka, use Haruka for, so let's go do that right away. Hey, guys. Hey, just a minute, Pops. Where you going with that little girl? What is it with parents these days? This ain't no place to bring a kid, you know. Hey there, little lady. You want to go someplace nice with me? Help! Get lost. I don't have time to mess with filth like you. What? Who do you think you're talking to? Looks like I'm giving some parenting lessons. Heroic knitwear. There they are. I think this might be one of the Haruka's Trust things. Like, there's some weird Haruka's Trust situations in this game where they're almost like mini sub-stories. And it's not just, you know, going to mini games or going to restaurants or whatever. I like that pattern. That's a cool pattern on his sweater. Who is this guy? Yeah. His tone never changes. You okay, Haruka? Yep, thanks for protecting me, Uncle Kaz, but don't overdo it, okay? I'll be fine. Yep, it's a Haruka's Trust thing. There's like another one where you have to like get like 10 million yen for somebody or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's weird and wild. But we're going to Millennium Tower. No, I don't want to fight you. Excuse me, have either of you seen a tall, skinny man with glasses around here? No, I haven't. What's going on? Why the big fuss? One of my subordinates left a message in my cell saying he was going to jump off the Millennium Tower and kill himself. But sir, Akimoto just came back from a vacation with his fiancée. Shouldn't he be on Cloud 9? This is Akimoto we're talking about. You know how unpredictable he can be. I swear that man's caused me more trouble than anyone I know. So it's not just me and Haruka. It's not just Kiryu and Haruka. Apparently Akimoto is trouble for every goddamn person in his life, which is wild. Hey, Uncle Kaz, you think this Akimoto-san is the same one we know? I really hope it isn't, but you're probably right. Should we go check it out? Well, I don't think we can. Only authorized personnel can enter the Millennium Tower. Uncle Kaz, what should we do? Let's go check it out. Yeah, good idea, Uncle Kaz. Only authorized personnel. Kiryu's like, I just authorized myself. Elevators are this way. Here we go. To the roof we go. Yeah, so I seem to recall it doesn't matter what we say here. But let's just check to make sure. Wow, we're so high up. Let's find Akimoto-san and head down as soon as we can. Good idea. I don't see him anywhere, though. Huh? Look, there's something over there. Okay. Oh no. It's his shoes and a note. Wait, are those Akimoto-san's shoes? And the letter must be a suicide note. We was too late. Akimoto-kun!
大好きなみずきちゃんへ。こんなことになってごめんね。僕バカだから。
Well, you're not wrong there.
困らせてしまって。でも、みずきちゃんはそんな僕にいつも優しくしてくれて。
Hello, John Hub.
悩んだり、悔やんだりした時も。
You just 100%ed Yakuza 3. Good job.
本当に嬉しかった。
I'm so glad my guides could help.
結局、みずきちゃんに愛してもらえなかったけど。でもね。ずっと楽しかった。みずきちゃんといられるだけで。 幸せだったんだ今まで本当にごめんねありがとうみずきちゃんそれじゃあさようなら秋元
Akimoto-kun, are you really dead? Mizuki-san, I thought we'd be together forever, just as we always were. I'm sorry I caused you so much pain, Akimoto-kun. Don't worry, I'm going to be with you, then we can be together again. Hey, what are you doing? Don't stop me, I did such horrible things to Akimoto-kun. The only thing I can make up for that is by paying him back with my life. Don't be stupid, you really think that'll make Akimoto happy? But it's all my fault. Mizuki-san, even though you did have those terrible things to Akimoto-san, he still loved you all that time. It won't be easy, but you have to live on, Mizuki-san. Akimoto-kun! I can't leave behind these shoes behind after I jump. They're so worn out, and they stink, too. I wouldn't want to embarrass Mizuki-chan. Good thing I realized it before going through with it. It's all thanks to her. Is that Mizuki-chan? What's wrong with Mizuki-chan? Why are you crying? Wait, did this dog do something terrible to you? Damn it, how dare you make Mizuki-chan cry? I'm gonna make you regret that. Akimoto-kun, you're alive? For now, I was just about to jump. I wanted to swap out the shoes I was leaving up here, so I went back to my place to get the right ones. I thought of the shoes you told me to buy when we went to Okinawa. Since I'm ending it all, I figured leaving behind a newer pair would look better. Idiot. Baka. What?
Akimoto-kun no baka!
うわーお落ちる
危ない
Oh wow, her face looks absolutely awful like that. Now do an elbow drop on him.
危なかったなもうこんなところで死んじゃったら自殺できなくなるところだったよ
Ow. What's that for, Mizuki-chan? Akimoto-kun, you idiot! Huh? Why are you always trying to kill yourself? I'm sorry, Akimoto-kun, I've been lying to you this whole time. I've deceived you and taken your money, but you kept on smiling. You weren't like all my other customers. You truly cared for me, Akimoto-kun. Despite all that, Mizuki-chan. Same move Nakahara did with the pull. Surely Kiryu should have got a revelation from that.
生きてていいのかな
当たり前でしょあなたがいなくなったら私
みずきちゃん僕たちやり直すことはできないかな
Get you a better tie, Akimoto.
出会った頃のようにもう一度やり直すことはできないのかな
私でいいの
僕でよければ
秋元くん
みずきちゃんごめんねこれからはずっと一緒だよ
Uncle Kaz, can we go now?
行こうおじさん
We should just go. I think they'll be alright. And they lived happily ever after, and we never saw them again.
みずきちゃん
私も大好き
Well, 20,000 experience points. That's a lot. It's a fair bit. I'd say that was worth it. Cool. Let's get that ultimate essence, shall we? But yeah, I mean, this is the last time we ever see him in the main series. We've achieved max level in heat. We did it. Hooray. And we came out the back of Millennium Tower for some reason. That's fine. Oh, hi. But they do show up again in Ishin. Not them, of course, but they're might as well consider it their ancestors. Smash into car. Wow, that's a good position for that gun. That just came out of nowhere. Just popped into view in the camera. Like it was a first-person shooter almost. Their ancestors are just as dumb as excuse me. Their ancestors are just as dumb, I assume. You assume correctly. Yes. You assume very correctly. We'll eventually play it on stream. I just haven't quite figured out exactly when. Because there's a case to be made for playing it after we play 5. And that's the only sub-story I can do with Haruka. So I gotta drop her off at Date so I can do the rest of the stuff. Ooh, what's your deal, bro? Well. Tarada. Ultimate Essence, let's go! The slap. The biggest bitch slap I've ever. Ultimate backhand. Yeah, I haven't... Once we're... Basically, I mean, the plan is 4, and then the plan is 5, and then after that, we can kind of play around with things. You know, I could do 6 next after that. I could do Ishin after that. I could do Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise after that. We might have a little poll about the concept, but that's going to be some ways in the future because we have to go through 4 and 5 and whatever I decide to play in between, so that could take a while. Who's asking? Name's Rick Langley, sir, with the CIA. I'm here with a message... Rick Langley. I'm here with a message for you from Joji Kazama. Message, huh? That's right, sir. He said if you want to go back to Okinawa, you'll need to first take a taxi to the Yokota airfield, then hop on a jet down. Joji is on his way here as we speak. He'll be seeing you soon enough, I imagine. Right, tell him I said thanks.
Hi.
Of course, goodbye, sir. The double exclamation points after open skull, yeah. Carrie, you're back. For now, yeah. I see you brought a little someone with you. Guess that means everything's settled, huh? We won't have to worry about Joji Kazama or having our land taken away from us anymore. And the Hako clan? That's actually why I'm here. I have reason to believe Mine is on his way to the hospital where Daigo's staying, and I need to stop him before it's too late. Any way I can help? Yeah, look after Haruka while I'm gone. What? That's it? You're not thinking of heading there all on your own, are you? I am. Now, hold on a second. You can't just... what am I thinking? No matter how hard I fight, you're still gonna do it. Alright. I'll keep Haruka safe and sound while you're gone. I appreciate it, Date-san. But do me something before you go. Say goodbye to her, yeah? Heh, I can do that. I can do that. Is it time, Uncle Kaz? So, here's the deal. I don't immediately go to the hospital if I do this. This is just basically the option to leave Haruka behind, which I need to do. Yeah, it's time I put an end to this. Just come home safe, okay, Uncle Kaz? I will, I promise. Well, now you promise, so you definitely have to. Don't worry, just wait here. I'll be back before you know it. Yes, he wants to kiss Daigo. I have to stop him. This is it, huh? Yeah, hopefully Haruka doesn't give you too much trouble. Oh, come on, the girl's an angel. By the way, the hospital's probably gonna be flooded with Mine's boys. Make sure you're ready for anything before you head over. Alright. I think we have to go out and go back in. For reasons. Time to head over to Todo Hospital and save Daigo. Guess I'll need to grab a taxi there. Alright, so. Yep, there's another one down here in the lower right. So we'll check that one out. We also have to solve a murder mystery. Don't forget that. In fact, you know what? Let's check in on that first, because I think that's going to take us all over the place. So, we got an hour left to do sub-stories, so we'll do that first. Not entirely sure we'll be able to do everything, including Amon today, though. Oh, that's right. We also have one more thing to do apart from Amon. Or rather, apart from sub-stories. Hey. Amon may have to wait for next time. We'll see. I've got 3 more sub-stories to beat, but they are kind of long-ish. So we're going to Bantam first, because just to review, so everyone knows, we'll go over here to... Yes, this is Wakazo's notebook about the crime. The main thing here is to go visit Maeda, the lead detective. He led the murder investigation, and he is an unparalleled drinker found in the bars of Kamurocho almost all nights of the week. And he's over in Bantam. Got a hot tip on that one. Why, here he is now. Detective Maeda of the Kamurocho Police. Huh? What a surprise. It isn't the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. You know who I am? Hey, you're famous in this town. So what does the 4th chairman want with me, anyway? I want to ask you about the Cafe Alps murder from 6 years ago. Oh, that shitstorm. Yeah, that was my case. Why'd you want to reopen that can of worms now? I'm trying to find out whether Yuichi Akechi really committed that murder or not. What, are you saying you think he was falsely charged? Not a chance in hell. No, why not? We aren't stupid, you know. The police don't arrest people without proof. We had plenty of evidence that says saying Akechi was the murderer. What kind of evidence? We had alibis, witness statements, fingerprints, and a motive. That did it. You've got all that evidence? Could you tell me a little bit more about it? Sure, I guess. Well, don't just stand there. Have a seat. Let's see, what to ask. Let's ask about the alibis. Tell me about alibis. As part of our initial investigation, we interviewed everyone who may have been involved in the crime. In the end, the only person without one was Akechi. Nobody else could have murdered Oda. Guess we've got 2 choices. Either we find Yuichi an alibi, or find a flaw in one of the others. Let's ask about witness statements. Somebody witnessed Yuichi Akechi fleeing the scene just after the crime. I've heard about that. The waiter, Masaru Kinoshita, he gave a statement saying he saw Akechi. If it was me, I'd probably think Yuichi did it too. I wonder how I can refute Kinoshita's statement. I'd like to say I'm glad everyone's coming here in time for my new Ace Attorney stream we're doing right now. Kiryu Ace Attorney has begun. Tell me about the motive. Yuichi Akechi had plenty of motive to kill the victim Oda. You mean because Oda was sleeping with Yuichi's girlfriend, Sawako Usami? Bingo! And we didn't find anybody else who might have had a reason to kill Oda. So they didn't find anybody else, huh? What if someone else did have a reason to kill Oda? And now, tell me about the fingerprints. The deciding factor in Akechi's arrest was his fingerprints. We took and compared fingerprints from each employee with those found on the murder weapon, but the only ones that matched were Akechi's. We concluded that the other prints came from cafe customers, and so were unrelated. That sounds like a pretty conclusive evidence. Is Akechi really the only person involved with fingerprints on the murder weapon? So there you go, solid evidence. But if you think we made a mistake, I'd sure like to hear of it. I don't have to go on right now. Guess I better take a closer look into everything that was going on at the time. Do you know where the Cafe Elf staff from back then are doing nowadays? Sure, I can tell you that much, but I doubt you'll get anything new from them. So I got places to visit all the people. Flores might know something too. I should go talk to him. Yes, Project X Zone 2 exists, which has both Kiryu Majima and Phoenix Wright. Yes, Project X Zone Kiryu and Majima are their Dead Soul variants. It like has their guns. Which is wild. And kind of cool. Alright, first things first, we're going to the florist. We want to know everything that's going on everywhere. We can just say, Flores, can you just tell us who did it? So, cheat code. Of course, it's going to be a walk to get there. Ooh, I wanted to check in with this guy very quickly. Just really quickly. Okay, that's good. So, I noticed, because I'm a dumbass, I forgot to put steel shin guards in the inventory list in my guide. So, I tracked them down, got the stats, now I just got to make sure I get where they're available. So I'll have to find them somewhere. And I feel now's the best time to do it. Walking all the way through. Yep. I should ask Flores about the Alps murder. Or the Apps murder. Why not? Suddenly I've teleported inside here. Hey, Kiryu, hey, you're looking into that Cafe Alps murder. Huh? How'd you hear about that? Don't underestimate my information network. I know everything that goes on in this town. Guess you do. So do you know anything about the murder? I had the police reports in my database. What do you want to know? Let's ask about the murder weapon. Same type of ashtray was found all over the cafe, but there was one significant difference between those and the murder weapon. Oh yeah, what was that? The weaponized ashtray had a chipped edge. Do you know how that happened? The day of the murder, a customer knocked the ashtray off the table onto the floor, chipping it. Akechi noticed it while he was cleaning up at closing time and decided to bring it out to the dumpster to throw it away. That's when he passed by the locker room and saw his girlfriend cheating. So there's no doubt Akechi touched the murder weapon that day. Nope, normally the ashtray would have been washed and all the fingerprints would have disappeared. But Akechi noticed that the particular ashtray had been chipped, so instead of washing it, he decided to throw it out. And by that twist of fate, everyone who touched it that day still had the prints all over it. So all the fingerprints on the murder weapon were made the day of the murder, huh? I got the floor's testimony. Let's ask about fingerprints. Yeah, it's a good thing guide updating exists. Sure does. I've made several updates to my Yakuza 3 guide, which will be ready to go once we're done. These are all the prints taken from the ashtray. Boop, boop, boop. Fingerprint analysis. Prints outlined in red match Akechi's. This is apparently the evidence that led directly to his arrest. What about the other fingerprints? Well, one thing's for sure. None of them match the prints of any of the other employees of Cafe Alps at the time. They're thought to be from customers who visited the cafe that day. Probably 2 or 3 people. Then one of these sets of prints might be from the real murderer. It's certainly possible. So the real murderer's prints could be on the ashtray, huh? Yes. Should be able to get more information from the people related to the case. If you haven't talked to all of them yet, you better do that. Thanks, you've been a big help. I owe you one. You can't believe this wasn't inspired by Ace Attorney. They had 4 games and a spin-off by the time the Yakuza 3. Yep, that's correct. I can certainly believe that. I mean, honestly, it's set up just like it. They even have, like, basically a courtroom scene that comes up later. But we'll get to that. Yeah, there are steel shin guards in the Coliseum. I wonder if I can find them elsewhere, like at Beam or somewhere else. So I'm going to check those areas, too. Right, I also got to check my notebook here. My detective's notebook. Alright, so Akechi is arrested. Nozomi is hanging out outside Cafe Alps. The victim, Oda, is dead. Usami, where's she now? Currently employed at Makubol. Kinoshita, current manager of Cafe Alps. He's still there. Imagawa, employed at the Theater Square Club Sega. And Asai, Nakamichi Street Popo. Okay, so they're all pretty far away. There's not really a close one individually. Hi, Mac. Hi, related to Mac guy. What's your deal again? Oh, Kiryu-san. Hey, Koda. I think I'm gonna need training again if you don't mind. Oh, no problem at all. Construction's not slated to start, well, technically ever, so we're in the clear. I'm sure the boss will be thrilled to lend you a hand, too. I have to say, I never thought Mac's friend would end up being a Majima family henchman. You two make an interesting pair. You'd be surprised how often we hear that. Want to know how we first met? It was at a smoky bar in a back alley in Kamurocho. I've been arguing with the old ball and chain back home, so I was sulking hard. Went the only place I knew I could get some peace and quiet. But then some guy started going off about a foreigner who spilled a drink on him. Clearly this asshole was just trying to pick a fight with the out-of-towner. I don't know if it was my mood or because it was my turf, but I felt obligated to help the poor foreigner out. And as you might have guessed, that foreigner was Mac. We got to talking right after, and he spent the rest of the night regaling me with tall tales of all the places around the world he's gone searching for the perfect shot. I guess we just hit it off, you know? Makes sense, too. I've got a pretty big travel bug myself. That's incredible. Long story short, we always get together and toss a few back when Mac's in town, and now I'm going to do whatever it takes to help him get that shot he's been after all these years. Anyway, feel free to come by whenever you want. Thanks, Okuda. You're a good egg, Okuda. Pretty stand-up fella for being a Yakuza. So we gotta go to Makubol, Popo Nakamichi, Theater Square Club Sega. And Cafe Alps itself. Alright, so we'll just go west and then loop our way around. But first, I'm going to stop by Beam, just to see if there is any steel shin guards to be bought there. And it's not Beam itself, technically, it's the weapon truck across from Beam. If y'all don't mind indulging me for a short bit. Kaitonk. Hello, sir. Hello. I'd like to check your stock, sir. Okay. That pretty much settles it for the most part. Unless it's like an Ibisu Pond. I'll check Ibisu Pond on my way to the Nakamichi Popo. That's the only other place equipment can really be. There's that guy outside there, but I checked him already. That guy outside in the construction area. Alright, to Club Sega in Theater Square. The now defunct Club Sega. It is now Gigo. So that's what they've all been replaced with now. And nobody really comments on it because they're not like, oh, Club Sega's gone away, lament, lament. Okay. Oh, hey, there's Answer X Answer, the thing we didn't get the first time around and nobody got the remaster. You're Imagawa, right? That's right. Who are you? I'm looking into the Cafe Alps murder from 6 years ago. What? Let's see. What's your alibi, sir? They say you weren't at the cafe the day of the murder. Is that true? Well, yes. I spent the whole day at home. Alone? No, some friends came over and we played video games. And these friends corroborated your alibi? That's right, so it wasn't me. How about your statement? Do you know anything about the man seen fleeing the scene? No, I didn't see anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything. ... Can you think of anybody who'd want to kill Oda? Well, I don't know anything. Don't ask me. Your prints weren't found on the murder weapon, were they? Next you're gonna start saying I wore gloves. Well, you're wrong. I wasn't anywhere near the cafe that day. Guess it stands to reason your prints wouldn't be on it. Alright, I'm done. I don't know anything about the murder. Just leave me alone. Man, this guy's got a persecution complex. Let me know if you remember anything from around the time of the murder. It doesn't matter how small. I didn't do anything. Honest, you have to believe me. Everyone's saying I'm the murderer, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they? No, nobody's saying anything about you. In fact, nobody cares that you exist. I don't believe you. Everyone hated me at that cafe. They used to harass me. Harass you how? Somebody even stole my wallet, CDs, and uniform out of my locker on the day of the murder. Are you sure the police didn't pick them up as evidence? Absolutely sure. Someone was harassing me, I tell you. Well, somebody stole Imagawa's things, huh? How interesting. Hey guys, you know what we haven't done yet on this playthrough? We haven't played Boxelios! Boxelios puts you in the seat of an invincible fighter and challenges you to destroy as many enemies as possible before time runs out. Move your stick with the left stick and fire your laser cannons with X. Shoot and destroy either the glowing core or the majority of enemy ships and take them down. Time stands still for 2 seconds after an enemy appears. Use this time to aim for the enemy's core for maximum efficiency. 100 yen for one game. We hadn't played Boxelios at all. I have to rectify that. Because Boxelios is a game completely made for Yakuza 3. It's not even a Sega... Otherwise a Sega thing. This game's quite the trip. So in Boxelios 2, you get time back if you shoot fast enough, but not in Boxelios 1, so you really gotta get the hits done in the first 2 seconds, or else the time ticks down and doesn't come back. It's easy when you just put your butt on top of the core in the first second. Here we go. I do like the graphics in this, though. It's really, really trippy, really wild looking thing. Isn't it cool, though? It actually looks really nice. This is a PS3 game, don't forget. I feel like Boxelios is like a little passion project for one of the devs. One of the people who was working on it, the minigame directors or something. The only weird thing about this game is sometimes it's tough to figure out, like, which way the ship is firing, given the position. I think all I have to do is beat level 50. I can't remember off the top of my head, though. That's completion, is to beat level 50. Which is doable. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. More time than I want to spend on that. Gotcha. Gotcha in one. It's the first time I noticed that the Boxelios had little eyes on him. He's kind of like Opa Opa in a way. From Fantasy Zone. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Final Fantasy 13 is a PS3 game. It's ridiculous how amazing it looked. Help. Got for time here. Half past. Just about. Hey, I'll go for a good score. I got 8 seconds left. I can manage it. Ooh, I think I got lucky on that one. Yeah, it's a fast-moving game too. That's one of the great things about it. It goes really quick. If you're getting good target shots, you're just blasting through it, high speed. Hope nobody's getting seasick. Let me know if you all are getting seasick. We've only got a couple seconds left anyway. Music's cool too. Oof. Almost done. That's it. Ever played Feel the Magic XYXX? Yes, I have. It was one of the first games I got on DS when it came out. Yep, weird WarioWare styled game, or it's kind of like you're a guy trying to get a lady's attention, and in addition to weird mini games to impress her, you also do these weird date things, which is, it was something that the West really hadn't seen much of around that time. That's a pretty good score, 79. Level 79, 3 million. And yes, it does have music in Infinite Wealth, and also the same music is in Yakuza Like a Dragon as well. It's one of the CDs you can get there. So, what was the completion for that? Just out of sheer morbid curiosity. Yep, that was it. I had to get level 50. Shooting. Reach a certain level in shooting. Doesn't really explain it as Boxelius. Leisure Suit Larry if it was WarioWare. Leisure Suit Larry ended up being WarioWare, technically. There was a Leisure Suit Larry game that did not have the creator involved in its direction, and it was a PS2 era kind of thing. And it had a lot of mini-games in it. Oh no, I got police batoned. Yep, that one was called Magna Cum Laude. And it didn't star Larry, it starred his nephew, Larry Lubage. I know a lot about the old Sierra games. Played most of them when I was in college. Oh, zap. Probably shouldn't try to pick this guy and throw him over, so we'll just punch him. Ooh, I got an old magazine. Neat. I'm getting rid of this, too. Just throw it on the ground. Alright, to Mach Bowl, where Usami lives. She lives in the ball return. Okay, where's it? There she is. There she is. Trying to hide herself in the shoe lockers. Are you Sawako Usami? Yes, what do you want? I'm looking into the murder that happened at Cafe Alp 6 years ago. There's nothing left to say. Yuichi Akechi might not have killed Oda. If we're gonna find out the truth, I need to hear your account of what happened that day. You were there when Akechi confronted Oda, weren't you? Yeah, I mean, I was the reason they fought, so of course I was there. What happened after that? Did you see Akechi kill Oda? Yeah. I took off, so don't ask me. Took off? What do you mean? Do you have any idea what it feels like to have your significant other walking on you when you're with someone else? How about awkward? And it would have been even more awkward if other people started coming in to see what the fuss was all about, so I ran out the back door. What did you do after you left the cafe? I went home, but Yuichi followed me. We spent the night arguing about breaking up. Of course, I never imagined he'd already killed Oda-san. So you're saying you didn't see Akechi kill Oda? That's right, and I told the police that too. So nobody actually saw Akechi kill Oda, huh? Okay, witness. Tell me about the person seen fleeing the scene. I don't know anything about that. I left the cafe before Yuichi did, so I don't know how he left. Right, okay. Any idea what somebody would kill Oda? You trying to be funny? No, I mean, besides your relationship with Oda. Did he do anything to make anybody else mad? I don't know. The police would have known if he had any loans out or anything like that, right? I wasn't particularly close to him, really. We just ended up hooking up that night. Let's see. Maybe Akechi really did kill Oda after seeing him with Usami. Fingerprints! They didn't find your fingerprints on their murder weapon, right? Right, they only found Yuichi's. We constantly replace their customers' ashtrays with clean ones, but Yuichi must have been the only one to touch that one. I guess he was just unlucky. Yuichi took good care of the customers and replaced their ashtrays often. I think he must have noticed the one that was chipped. Let's see. I think we're done. We are done here. We through here? I'm supposed to be working. Right, sorry. Thanks for the help. I'm Detective Kiryu of the Yakuza squad. I could bowl, but nah. We bowled enough in this game, in this trip. We're gonna bowl more in the future. 4 has bowling. Pretty sure 5 still has bowling. New York hot dog. How am I looking on health here? Oh, I could probably stand for a something at the Matsuya. Let's have the original curry and rice large. I know, we'll never get into New York hot dog. And I will also have a bibimbap. I actually had my very first bibimbap a few months back. There's a Asian place near the work I was at, and the power went out at the workplace, so I left and found out that the nearby restaurant had power, so I had lunch there, and I had my bibimbap, the very first one I ever had. And it was pretty good. I don't know if I'd have it all the time, but it was pretty good. So we're off to Nakamichi Popo. We're also going to swing by Bisu Pond. But let's go to the Popo first, though. Alrighty. Alright, which one are you? Are you Asai, former employee at Cafe Alps? Yeah, who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I want to ask you about the murder that happened at Cafe Alps 6 years ago. Oh, that. So, what do you want to know? What is your alibi, sir? You were at the cafe at the time of the murder, weren't you? Oh. Yeah, I think we were closing the register. It was after we closed for the night. So you didn't go anywhere near the murder scene, the locker room. Of course not. I mean, why would I? I was still working, wasn't I? What? He's acting kind of funny. Do you know anything about the person seen running from the scene of the crime? Yeah. No, I don't know anything. I only found out a murder had taken place when Kinoshita-san showed up looking white as a sheet. I didn't see the murderer at all. Oh. I see. Oh, but I did see Oda-san's body. Ugh, I can still see it. Ugh. So, Asai went into the locker room after the murder escaped, huh? Let's see. Motive. You know anything about anybody with a motive to kill Oda? Well, you reap what you sow. I mean, it was bad enough he was always messing around with it at the workplace, but going after another employee's woman? Get a grip. You make it sound like he'd slept with other women at the cafe before.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw him hook up with another woman there once. Another woman? Got a name for her? Yeah, I think her last name was Saito. I guess she was dating Oda-san at the time of the murder. I don't see anybody named Saito listed among the people related to the case. She'd already quit the cafe by that time. I heard she still hung around Oda-san, though. So Oda was dating somebody at the time. And fingerprints. Your fingerprints weren't found on the murder weapon. Isn't that strange, seeing as you were one of the waiters?
Oh.
I just didn't like doing the ashtrays. I always left that to other people. So I guess it's pretty natural that my fingerprints wouldn't be on it, I guess. I see. The show's pretty boring, so thanks for helping me kill some time. You can ask me more whenever you want. I see. By the way, do you remember Imagawa? Imagawa? Sounds familiar. Your coworker from Cafe Alps. Oh, Mr. Gloomy. Yeah, I remember him now. Imagawa says you had things stolen from his locker? Or sorry, he had things stolen from his locker. You know anything about that, Asai? What, do you think I had something to do with it? Do I have to... How do I answer this question? Oh my gosh, Raiders from Metasaur. Folks from Metasaur, thank you for joining. We are playing Yakuza 3 Remastered, and I am solving murders over here, so I want to make sure I don't screw this one up. Let's see. I'll just say no for now. No, I'm just trying to find out what you know. But you really think I did it, didn't you? Okay, you got me. Oh, what a confession! I did do it. What? I was just trying to make a quick buck or two. All I took was a wallet and some CDs I sold out later. Anything else? Huh? Like what? You didn't steal Imagawa's uniform?
Yeah.
Uniform? How would I make money off of that? All I stole was his wallet and CDs, that's all. So that's all Asai took, huh? Maybe the police really did take the uniform. Asai's testimony 2. Okay. So anything else I have to? Let's see. Okay. I think that's all the info we're going to get. So we go back to Cafe Alps. But first, I'm going to stop by Bisupan real quickly to see what they're offering on sale this late in the game. I'm here to buy. Popularity bracelet. Sacred tree arm guards. Ooh. Ancient inkstone. Small kettle. Block of brass. Kogarasu Maru. And some other crap. And some other crap. Kiryu is on the case. We gotta find Kinoshita now. He's the dude standing in the front. You're Kinoshita's son, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I wanted to ask you about the murder that happened at this cafe 6 years ago. Oh, that. Well, I don't know if I can tell you anything new, but go ahead. What's your alibi, sir? I was here, in the custom area, cleaning up. I believe you can see me on the security camera tapes. I wasn't in the locker room where the murder took place. Huh. They say you saw Yuichi Akechi fleeing the scene on the night of the crime. Tell me more about that. Yes, I saw him. That night, Akechi-kun disappeared right in the middle of the cleanup. I waited a while, and when he still didn't come back, I went to check on him. That's when I saw him leaving through the back door of the cafe. Are you sure it was Akechi? Well, I only saw his back, but I'm sure it was him. You didn't see his face, and how can you be so sure it was him? The man I saw leave through the back door was wearing our cafe's waiter's uniform. Aside from Oda-san, there were only 3 other male employees working that night. Akechi-kun, a guy called Asai-kun, and me. You can see Asai-kun spending the night closing the register on security tapes. The only person I could have seen would have been Akechi-kun. I see. After that, I called the police and waited at the back door until they showed up. No one tried to enter or leave during that time. So Kinoshita didn't see the criminal's face. Motive. Did Oda have any enemies? Well, I'm not sure. I didn't really talk to him much outside of work. Let's see. How about fingerprints? Were your prints on the murder weapon? No, they weren't. I keep thinking if I had touched the ashtray that day, I would have been blamed for the murder. That's it. Okay, cool. Sorry, couldn't be more help. Thanks for your time. You a detective, Kiryu-san? I'm with the Yakuza police.
Yeah.
No reason. I just wonder why anyone would be looking into that case now. I'm trying to help a friend out, find out if Yuichi Akechi is innocent. Innocent? You think someone else could have been the murderer? It's possible. I see. I'd feel terrible for Akechi-kun if he really was innocent all this time. I can't imagine what it's like to be in prison for a crime I didn't commit. Especially for 6 years. That'd be horrible. That's why we're trying to find out the truth. If you think of anything else, let me know. Okay, well. Talk to everybody related to the case, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easy to prove Yuichi Akechi's innocence. I should meet up with Wakazo at Cafe Alps. This Cafe Alps right here that I just left. Funny seeing you here. What's up? Well, I'm taking one of my clients out on the town. We were in the area, so I thought I'd drop in and see you. Taking your client out on the town? Don't you mean you're going to one of those host clubs? My client just happens to like host clubs. Really, it's just a coincidence. Speaking of which, is your perfume a bit strong tonight? Oh, really? Oh, I don't think so, but... Oh, look at the time. Okay, I've got to go. Out of my way, muscleman. That you go. That you go. Womp womp. Who's that woman talking to Kinoshita? That's Kinoshida's wife, Yuka-san. Kinoshida's wife? How'd you know that? She actually used to work here. That's how I know her. She worked here? Is that so? That's right. She had already quit by the time the murder happened, though. She wasn't on the security tapes at the dining area, so she definitely wasn't at the cafe that day. I see. Doesn't sound like Kinoshida's wife Yuko is involved in the case, but maybe I should look into her anyway. Host clubs, you say, eh? Yes. Kiryu gets to solve a murder. It took Yagami a whole game to do that, but Kiryu gets to do it in one sub-story. It was amazing. Oh, let's check out Stardust. It's the only host club we know. Where's Yuko? Alright, there are these two hosts that keep patrolling the floor, like, constantly. Ah, is that? Well, it's like Kinoshida's wife, Yuko. Oh, Kiryu-san, what brings you here? Yuya, what can you tell me about that woman over there? Who? You mean Yuko-san? She's been a regular customer of ours for years. What do you want with her? She looks awfully rich for somebody so young. She manages a venture-funded startup. Her company got popular making products targeted at young women, and it's been growing pretty fast for the last 4 or 5 years. Is that so? Is that so? Really? Oh, Yuya, who is that? I haven't seen him here before. Is he a new host? Ah, Yuko-san, this is... Kiryu, where are you looking? What if Akechi thought he'd been in prison for 6 years? He found out they were just rubber years. Kiryu already has some Saejima, yeah. Start a club. No, he's not a host. Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. This is my company, by the way. If you ever need anything, just give me a call. Sure. I got Yuko's business card. Bye now. Tonight was fantastic. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. I've collected all the information I can. Right now, I should go back and see Detective Maeda. Why should I go back and see Detective Maeda? I don't know. But I'm going anyway. We're gonna solve this murder before the end of the stream. I guarantee it. Oi. Whee! Sorry, Hirai. Might have to go overtime to finish non-among stories. Oh, I don't think we'll necessarily have to do that. I'll finish the last. I'll do the last couple of sub stories in the next stream. That shouldn't be a problem. To Bantam to talk to Detective Maeda. Wild Jackson. At least Wild Jackson eventually became a restaurant. Now, if only New York Hot Dog can do the same. Nope. I still don't see anything off about any of this. Do you have a minute? Oh, it's you. So did you find proof of Akechi's innocence yet? What was that you were looking at? Oh, this is a list of evidence we made during the investigation 6 years ago. You're taking such a hard look at this case, I thought I'd better take another glance myself. Can I see that? I guess, but you won't find anything wrong with any of it. Excuse me. I also can't figure out why you think Akechi's innocent. Wait a minute. Nandato! What's this? I finally got it. Was it really this simple all along? No mistake about it. Somebody framed Akechi.
Nani?
Dart's explanation. I can't believe those words are still floating over his head. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I'll explain everything, but first I need you to round up everybody related to the case. But it'll turn out fine, you'll see. Okay, just don't blame me if it doesn't. I'll get everybody together at Cafe Alps. That ought to work, right? Yeah, that's fine. Going to RPG Limit Break next week? Cool. Third time going. Got all the evidence I need. It's time to reveal what really happened 6 years ago. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we're doing it. To Cafe Alps, where we'll solve everything. Should probably check the list. Do I have the list of evidence in my... Yeah, there it is. List of evidence. The cop seized from the crime scene. Well, I guess I don't get to look at it. It's dramatic irony or something. Kitty gets to keep this information from us. We get the suspenseful piano music going here. Well, I did as you asked, Detective. I closed the cafe and kicked everyone out. Now, what's this all about? Kitty-san and his friend here would like to talk to all of you. I have you here for one reason and one reason alone. I'm sure you all remember the murder that took place here 6 years ago. The victim was Kazuo Oda-san, the manager of this cafe at the time. One of the employees, Yuichi Akechi-san, was arrested for this murder. But did Akechi-san really kill Oda-san? I'd like to ask each of you to think back on that day. Do any of you have any evidence, any truly conclusive evidence, that Akechi-san was really the one who killed Oda-san? I've been struggling with one question since the day of that murder. Could Akechi-san actually be innocent? But before I could find out for sure, an article I wrote implicating Akechi-san as the murderer got published. Well, thanks to Kiryu-san here, we finally arrived at the truth of what happened 6 years ago. But if Akechi-kun is innocent, that means someone else is guilty. Exactly. But, what do you base all this on, Kiryu-san? I need to show them proof of Yuichi Akechi's innocence. What should I give? Usami was the one who saw Akechi and Oda fight the day of the murder, isn't that right? Yeah, but I left in the middle of it. In other words, he didn't actually see Akechi-san kill Oda-san. Exactly, and only Usami saw Oda and Akechi fighting. So we can't conclude Yuichi Akechi killed Oda, which means the charges against him could be false. Ha! Sorry, but that doesn't hold water. What do you mean? Akechi's prints were on the weapon used to kill Oda. That's solid evidence to prove Akechi did it. Is that all you have to say? Huh? What do you mean? This was your case. You ought to know Akechi's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone weren't enough to convict him. I don't follow you. Spell it out first, will you? The ashtray used as a murder weapon hadn't been washed because it was supposed to be thrown out. Akechi's prints weren't the only ones on it. That means you can't prove his guilt from the fingerprints alone. Detective, is that true? Yes, it is just what he says. So you admit it might not have been my brother?
Yeah.
But that's still not enough to prove somebody else did it. Somebody witnessed Akechi fleeing the scene. That's another piece of solid evidence. Think about it. You'd think the person actually fleeing the scene of a crime is the culprit, wouldn't you? Why'd they run away if they didn't do anything? What do you have to say about that? Kiryu-san, do you have any information to refute the witness's statements about Akechi's son? Let's see. I think it's Kinoshida's testimony. Kinoshida, you saw Akechi fleeing the scene, right? Yes, I did. Are you sure? I'm not lying. I'm sure I saw him. But you didn't see the face of the person fleeing the scene. You said that, right? Yeah, I only saw his back. So then it's possible you saw somebody else. Is that all you got? The police wouldn't have arrested Akechi on just any old vague evidence, you know? There was also something that proved the person Kinoshida-san was, in fact, Akechi. And what was that? The man Kinoshida-san saw leaving the scene of the crime was wearing a Cafe Ops waiter's uniform. The only waiters employed by Cafe Ops at the time were Kinoshida, Asai, Inogawa, and Akechi. Security tapes show Kinoshida and Asai out front at the time of the murder. We've also confirmed that Imagawa-san was at home. Therefore, by process of elimination, the only waiter Kinoshida-san could have seen was Akechi. Kiryu-san, is that true? No, it's absolutely possible the person Kinoshida saw was not Akechi. I have a statement to prove it. Well, then why don't you share this statement with us? I have a statement that proves the person seen leaving coming. Well, yeah. Presenting it. I'm pretty sure that is Imagawa's testimony himself. Yep. There was actually another crime committed at this cafe the day of the murder 6 years ago. Another crime? That's the first I've heard of it. Imagawa's uniform disappeared from his locker in the Cafe Alps locker room on that day. Imagawa-kun's uniform? Yes, my uniform disappeared in my locker. Since you weren't present the day of the murder, when did you notice was missing? The day after Oda-san was murdered. I came to work, the police were investigating, so I couldn't go in. But once the police left, I looked at my locker and saw that my uniform was gone. Come on, the police probably took it as evidence. I'm sure there was plenty of stuff missing from the crime scene. You're wrong. Somebody was definitely harassing me. Everyone teased me. Asai-kun, why don't you tell him you took my uniform? You took everything else. Uniform must have been you too. You're so whiny. Bully, police, whoever took it has nothing to do with Akechi or this case. No, Imagawa's uniform is the key to this case. Huh? What do you mean? I'll show you right now. I can show them two pieces of evidence. So it's list of evidence. And Asai's testimony too. Look at the list of evidence I borrowed from you. There's no waiter's uniform on it. Let's see. You're right. I don't see any waiter's uniform listed. In other words, the uniform disappeared before the police showed up. The police didn't confiscate it. Who could have taken it? It was Asai-kun, right? No, not Asai. He did steal things from you, sure. But he wasn't doing it to harass you. He was just after some cash. Your wallet and CDs make sense, but your uniform wouldn't have been worth anything. Well, then, who did it? Oh, you mean the murderer took it? Exactly. The criminal wanted to make it look like somebody else committed the crime, so they stole the waiter's uniform and changed into it. Then, as soon as somebody came by, they hid their face and ran out the back exit. Is that true? So you're saying the person who stole Imagawa's uniform and fled the scene is a real criminal? Yeah. Who might that be? Who is it? Oh my god, who could it be? The real criminal is... Yes, this is the only person it could have been.
Kiryu-san, それではその人物の名前を教えてください。6年前、小田さんを殺し、明智さんに罪をかぶせた事件の真犯人とは一体。
犯人は
So Ace Attorney, but also Detective Conan as well.
木下優子、お前が小田を殺した真犯人だ。
まさか、バカな。 Her? Are you serious? I can't believe it. What? Yuko killed Oda-san. An interesting theory, but why would I kill Oda-san? I didn't have any reason to do anything like that. Yeah, Yuichi Akechi's motive was Usami-san's relationship with Oda-san. Exactly how are Yuko-san and Oda-san connected? Need something to prove Yuka and Oda knew each other somehow. What should I give? Oda was dating somebody at the time of the murder. Somebody used to work as a waitress at Cafe Alps. What? Is that true? Yeah, and her last name was Saito. Saito? That's Yuko's maiden name. I hear you worked at the cafe until just before the time of the murder. Yuko-san and Oda-san were dating. I didn't know that. Yuko-san, is that true? I don't have to answer that. Yuko. If Oda-san was dating Yuko-san, then Usami-san wasn't the only one cheating. Oda was cheating too. And that means Yuko-san also had motive to kill Oda-san. So anyone with a motive is a killer. You haven't done anything but hypothesize. Exactly. You've only talked about possibilities. Do you have any conclusive evidence that she murdered him? Conclusive evidence like fingerprints? If only I had something with Yuko's fingerprints on it. Like her business card! Says Yuko Saito, president. That's how you know Saito was her name. This is the evidence. This is evidence. Is that my business card? This business card has your fingerprints on it. We should be able to compare the prints on this card to the ones on the murder weapon. Give me that business card. Let me check it out right now. I always carry fingerprint powder with me as a matter of course. We finished analyzing the prints on the card. These are Yuko Kinishida's prints. And these are the prints on the ashtray. Oh! Dun dun dun! The prints on Yuko-san's business card are the same as the ones on the murder weapon. I don't believe it. How do you explain that? Even my prints are on the ashtray, so what? How does that change anything? What do you mean? I ate at Alps the day of the murder. I must have just touched the ashtray while I was there. She's right. There's no crime in touching an ashtray. She was just a customer. No, Yuko's lying. I should call her out on it. What should I give her? It's... oh no, it's not that one. No, you're lying. What the heck are you talking about? There's no record of you coming to the cafe the day of the murder, right, Detective Maeda? He's right. We had Cafe Alps employees watch all the security tapes, and they gave statements that no other cafe employees, former or otherwise, visited the cafe that day. Right, Kinoshita-san? That's right. I'd seen Yuko-san's face before, so I wouldn't notice if she was on those tapes. She definitely wasn't. This means she didn't come to Cafe Alps on the day of the murder as a customer. So why were your fingerprints on the ashtray then? Fine. Maybe it wasn't on the day of the murder. It might have been the day before. It's not that big of an issue. Nope. You had to have been here the day of the murder. You weren't a customer. You were the real murderer. Huh? The only people who could have had prints on the murder weapon were those who visited that day of the murder. How do you come to that conclusion? And now for the coup de grace. It's, let's see. It's a washing thing. Yeah, the Florence testimony. The ashtrays here are cleaned every day, but your prints were still on the murder weapon. That means you had to have been here the day of the murder. But the day of the murder, a customer dropped the ashtray, chipping it. Yuichi Akechi saw the chipped ashtray, and instead of washing it, decided to throw it out. Since you couldn't have come to the cafe as a customer that day, there's only one time you could have left your prints on the ashtray. You did it after Akechi dropped the ashtray in the locker room when he witnessed Usami cheating on him with Oda. Sometime after Akechi left and before Kinoshita came to check up on him, you entered the locker room and murdered Oda. Then you put on Imagawa's uniform and went out the back. Isn't that right? Yuko-san, is what Kiryu-san say true? It'll only get worse if you stay quiet. Shut up! I told you I didn't do it! I give up. Yuko, I'm putting an end to this. What? Do you know something, Kinoshita-san? I knew you came to the cafe that day, Yuko. What? How? I could smell you. It's very faint, but I could smell your perfume all around the crime scene. No way. Why did you say so earlier? I've been in love with Yuko ever since we worked together. That's why I knew the scent of her perfume the minute I smelled it. Sometime after the murder, I happened to run into her again. Eventually, we started dating. One day, I brought up the murder and her face went white. She felt quiet and avoided commenting on anything. That's when I was sure Yuko had been here the day of the crime. Well, I'll be. But I still don't know exactly what that meant. Or I should say, I didn't want to know what that meant. When I found out that Kiryu-san was looking into that old crime, I decided to keep it all a secret. But now Yuichi Akechi has suffered 6 years for a crime he didn't commit, all because I didn't say anything. It's all my fault. If I had just spoken up, none of this would have happened. Gee, Kirishida-san.
Sa, もう言い逃れはできないぜ。
優子さん、今一度尋ねます。あなたが小田さんを殺したんですか？
そうよ。私がやったのよ。
You give a statement that Yukichi Akechi is innocent? Yes, Akechi-san had nothing to do with the murder. Yuko, how could you have done such a thing? Was it really just because Oda-san was cheating? Of course that's what it was about. He said he was going to marry me.
事件が起こった日、あの日は彼の小田さんの誕生日だった。だから私は彼を驚かそうと思ってプレゼントを持ってお店に向かったの。もうお店も閉まっている時刻だったから裏口から入ってロッカールームに向かったわ。でもそこで見たのは他の女と浮気してる彼の姿だった。私はとっさに身を引いて隠れた。落ち着いて目の前で何が起きてるのか理解しようと努めたわ。そのすぐ後に明智さんがやってきた。
That's right, infographic
その
time.
ロッカールームの中を覗いて小田さんと宇佐美さんの浮気現場を目撃すると手に持っていた灰皿を落とし小田さんに掴みかかっていったわ。言い争うような声が。
Usami-san took off like
ロ
lightning.
ッカールームから出てきて裏口から店の外へ出て行ったわ。すぐに明智さんも宇佐美さんの後を追って店の外へ出て行ってしまった。明智さんと宇佐美さんが出て行った後、私はロッカールームの中へ入っていった。小田さんは私の姿を見てすごいびっくりしたみたいだったけど、浮気がバレたことが分かると開き直って別れ話を切り出してきたわ。宇佐美と一緒になるつもりだから別れてくれってね。その言葉を聞いた途端完全に頭に血が上っちゃって、気がついたら近くに落ちてた灰皿で小田さんを殴っていたわ。それからは桐生さんが言った通りよ。
I turned blue
私
with
はロッ
rage.
カーにあった制服に着替えてわざと裏口の前で誰かが来るのを待っていた。少しして誰かが客席の方からやってきたから顔を見られないようにして裏口から出て行った。それで部外者の自分には絶対に疑いがかからないだろうって思ったわ。
Several years passed. I ran into Kinoshita-san. We eventually got married. I started selling things as a hobby, and soon it turned into a business. Before I knew it, it grew into a large company. It's been 6 years since that day. My life's been going so well, I can't believe the truth came out now, of all times. Yuko-san, did you ever think what it felt like for Akechi-san to have to bear these false charges? What it felt like to be knocked down to rock bottom and have his freedom stolen from him these past 6 years? Rock bottom, eh? He just got to claw his way back up from that. And think about what had happened if we hadn't revealed the truth just now. How many more years would he have suffered? Only the person who took Akechi-san's freedom away can give it back. You need to turn yourself in. Testify in front of a court and pay for your crimes. Can I escort you to the station? Yes. Yuko! I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back. Masaru, thank you. Why? I think, you know, murder. I draw the line at murder, honestly, but, you know, whatever. Extra, extra! Guilty criminal of 6-year-old murder turns herself in. The man originally accused of the crime now stands to be acquitted at a new trial. I was wrong about the media. I thought you just went from one person to the next looking for gossip. I didn't think you cared about the people in your articles. I think you just forgot about them the second they left your pages. But you've been roaring about my brother this whole time. You've improved his innocence. There are decent people in the media. Well, a couple, I suppose. Thank you so much for helping him. Nozomi-san, I also have to apologize for the way I treated you. I wanted to give you a reward for helping me get a retrial for my brother. Yeah. You don't owe me anything. As much as I hate to admit it, I didn't do anything on this one. Proving your brother's innocence was all the work of Kiryu-san here. I certainly don't deserve any reward from you. What are you talking about? You did what a real journalist is supposed to do. What do you mean? Sure, you wrote an article saying Akechi was a murderer, but now you've written an article clearing his name. Isn't that the way a real journalist is supposed to resolve things? Sure, but I won't let this be the end of it. I'll continue to follow the truth until the day I put down my pen. That's my duty as a reporter. And I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. $200,000 yen and 20,000 experience points, which is a pretty good amount. But that'll just about do it for the day, because boy did that take longer than I expected to. Just kind of went on and on. So we're a little bit past 8, a little bit in overtime, but we're gonna call it here for a couple more minutes. Yeah, that was a hoot. The sweater squad again. Oh, he don't like that. Hurrah! That's a big boy to throw around like that. Bike. Oh, he's one of those guys. Don't break my bike, bro. Very rude of him to spawn camp at the save point. I got an elegant umbrella for that. Nice. Okay, time to save. Whew, that was a good run today. We got a couple more sub-stories, not including Amma, so it's 3 altogether, including Amma. We gotta go back to Serena. We gotta go to La Marche down there, and then we'll do Amma, and that'll be it. Well, of course, we also have to go over there to the Champion District, because we gotta do the last 2 fights for the IF7R, so, yeah. Okay. So we're going to call it here. So thank you guys for coming by, as always. Our next stream is going to actually be on Thursday of this coming week because of I have an appointment on Wednesday, so I can't do Wednesday this week. It's going to have to be on a Thursday. So we will pick this back up then. So that'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time like usual. So thank you all for coming, as always, and we'll see you next time.